Hello, and welcome along to another episode of Drathnor Keep. Matt is off marauding in Mauritius. He has dislocated his eyebrow, and he hopes to relocate it by next week. I know, right?
Happens to the best of us.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The rest of us, however, are here. And what happened last session?
Oh, we went to a ball.
Humiliation.
We got abused.
You actually started at the ball, yes. Anybody remember any highlights of the ball?
Yeah,
there was a
got
one-sided
bullied.
food fight.
There were a lot of highlights. Okay. Sorry, we'll go with something about a light and a fight and a food, and Mikyala said something. Mikyala, you go first.
I just said we all got bullied. I was way less specific. So yeah, you go.
Okay, Josh, you said.
I said that was a one-sided food fight.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
true. That Ragnar thought was a feeding session. Elora, did you also say something? Did my brain just fill that gap?
There were not so much highlights as there were lowlights.
Ah, yes, indeed. Well, you'd be the hair expert, so that makes sense.
Yeah. Period. Let me think.
What else happened in terms of what happened as general ball happenings as opposed to specific things to you guys?
There was dances. There were
different
types
three
of
dances.
Meals.
Give me what happened in the dances. What occurred?
Some tomfoolery happened.
Some people were very clumsy.
There was a paired
Like-
dance.
Knock the hell out.
Yeah. Then there was several dances we didn't have to do.
Yep.
And there was like a big group dance that was all crazy.
Yeah, it was like where you had to catch people's elbows and swing, and it resulted in three of you on the floor. And then there was the solo showcase, yeah, which you all passed fairly well.
For the
actually.
young folks.
Yeah.
Not me.
For the young folks. Yeah, no, you're right.
flopped.
Yours was pretty floppy.
That's fine.
And yeah, there was also a ceremony of some sort. Anybody remember? Oh, Jesus, I rolled a 3.
Whoa.
Anybody remember what happened in the ceremony?
Oh yeah, that we released some candles, and that one guy had a bad time after his went up.
Who was it?
I can't recall his name, but he was
damn it.
someone's dad. Let me scroll down. I'll know when I see him.
Yep, that is
yeah,
right.
Amberfall. That's right. He fell from grace.
Yeah.
Amber fell from grace, I should say.
Yeah.
A vulture or something swooped down and messed up his candle, and he just said, "I'll see myself out."
Yep, his
and
lantern
left
was
town.
beaten up by a bird.
So his son became
Yeah.
the head of the house.
Mm-hmm.
So
Who is
yeah.
now Sir Nassim Amberfall.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
he
Oh,
was
he's got a little
19.
title on his name. How cute.
Mhm. Who danced with Veronica Levon of Exton?
Dancer?
It
Oh.
was an old guy.
Yeah, it was. The teacher.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, do you know what? I'll give you that. That was good. That is not actually what I meant, but yes. She threw her bouquet out after that dance. And who caught
Well,
it
it
and
was, of
claimed the
course,
first dance?
that horrible man, Ridion.
It was Iridian Talonvale,
Oh.
indeed.
Yes,
Uh,
and she seemed to not really like that.
She wasn't feeling
She
it,
was
no.
very careful to point out that it was only a first dance and not a promise of anything further.
Yes. She said, "Don't get any ideas, mister."
Yeah.
Cool. And
Somebody else danced with Ridion's sister as well, and he was very not happy about it.
yeah, as
Yeah.
a sort of pointed slight, Aurelius Greycourt danced.
Oh yeah, his little
Was
sister.
With Ridion's little sister, which is perfectly normal to dance with some of the youngsters
But not
to
in
sort of
that
entertain
dance.
them,
Not for that
but
dance.
not in the romantic pairing dance. Exactly.
Yes, because it was like a tragedy
kind of
love
weird.
dance
It
kind of
was,
thing.
and it was an absolute
Yeah.
slight. Who came to the
Aurelius?
ball with
Was that
Maestro?
him?
Yeah, Aurelius Greycourt.
I see.
And who came to the ball with Maestro Varello?
Oh, that
Oh.
was
Lorelai.
Oh, yeah.
What did you say, Lenora?
Was it Lorelai?
No.
No,
It
I'm
was
thinking
that
somebody else.
divorced
Somebody else's
woman.
date.
It was ironically. Well, yes, Gazellin. And who was she divorced from?
But it was Sir Godric Hammerfall won it, so he's just
was
The guy
Sir
just got
Hammerfall.
kicked out.
Exactly.
She
yes.
moves on quick.
She moved
He's
on
having a
before
terrible
he
night.
had a really bad night. Exactly.
Yeah, she set it up.
But yeah, the balls ended fairly successfully for you guys. You danced on into the night, and it was fairly enjoyable. We're going to skip forward about 6 days or so. Is there anything during that 6 days that anybody will be doing that is interesting or important It doesn't need to be. I don't need like what were you doing. I just need like is there anything that we would like to highlight before we move on to the. I will add that Ragnar would have returned. Did he say he returned his suit to his parents?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes,
That's what
he
it
They
did.
don't trust him to put it away nicely.
Okay. Sure. And then he was just off practicing a little bit of combat training. And speaking of combat training,
Yeah.
Olive, give me a animal handling check, please.
Ooh, okay. Boy, it's not good. That's a 6.
Okay. You and Ragnar have been trying to teach Clover a sort of pinning technique, but he hasn't got it yet.
My heart's not in it right now. I'm in.
She hasn't got it.
Yeah, Clover's.
I
Clover's a
double
girl.
corrected myself there. I was like, I went to say she, and then I corrected myself to he, and I was like, no, it's a she. No.
No, yeah, I feel like Clover can pick up on Olivia's bad vibes right now.
Anybody doing anything else during those sort of 6 days of downtime? Josh, go.
Okay. I would be trying to teach Charlie the rat, who's now on my sheet as a pet. Try and teach him like maybe not to understand common, but at least like
To take a few simple commands.
Tricks. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, give me an animal handling check.
I love that.
Ooh, a 21.
Cool. You are able to teach him up. So from wherever he is, you can get him to jump up on your shoulder or run up onto your shoulder. You manage to teach him pocket, which should be fairly self-explanatory. And at the moment, you began teaching him to fetch simple objects.
Wonderful. Eventually, I'll have him like the rats in Cinderella making clothes.
Making clothes.
Perfect.
Clothes.
Oh, okay, that's far more rat-like. Cool. Anybody else doing anything? Jamal, you went to say something. Sorry. And then,
Yeah, so I'm not doing anything particularly important, but what I'll be doing during the downtime is trying to remember the bard's songs, picking them up on the viol, and trying to play as many of them as possible, and then trying to learn them on the lute. Sort of still trying to learn the instrument, but not really getting too far yet.
Mm-hmm. I think it's fair to say that most of the songs that were played at the Bard were very yearly traditionals that were played at the festival, so you probably knew quite a few of them already, but you can definitely improve and work upon that. Anyone else doing anything of interest?
Yeah, I would have suggested we hook my horse up to a cart and go for a hayride outside of town just to get out of Dodge for a while.
Yeah.
Cute.
You can definitely do that. Nothing of massive interest. Do we have any budding alchemists in the party? Hugo alchemy?
I'm not budding, but I think I can make like very, very simple.
You make some potions, right? While you are out, you definitely could have picked some wild sage root. You can add it and then adjust the weight or add 3 of them. So I would suggest customizing the weight and changing it to 0.3.
Well, I'd probably just pick them up and then ask my mum and dad to make potions for me.
Sure. Wild sage root itself doesn't make anything. You would need a second ingredient. But they will put some aside for you, and when they've got some ephedra leaf spare, or they might sort of talk you through the workings of a basic healing potion. Cool. It's about 6 days later when you are at the Regal Squire Inn. It's fairly early in the morning. Sort of, I don't know, half 9, 10 o'clock. You've met after breakfast. Relaxing and chilling. Oh, excuse me, I really can't stop coughing. And then you see a new note posted on the board, on the help board, which has been sort of mostly quite empty. There are 3 jobs that have been on there all the time. The first is that Sal is still trying to hire workers to help her each day. She's managed to get help a few different days, but she's trying to get workers to help transport her fish in crates up from the boat to where she can sort of deal with it up at the fishmongers. There is a request for a note delivery, and there is now a new one saying there is vermin in the storehouse. Anybody who wishes a little bit of a challenge and a small reward, we'd be very grateful.
What storehouse? In our house? In the keep?
No. So this is in the town. This is why it's posted here. And normally they might go to the guards. You may give me an insight check, Olive, to try and work out why they haven't gone to the guards.
Okay, insight 19.
Yeah, with a 19, you'd guess that maybe they don't want the guards looking in the storehouse for some reason.
Ooh, something shady might be in there.
Sure. This is the storehouse of the inn. Trying to remember which inn it is. It is the Duke's Arms. No. This is the Regal Squire is your sort of middle ground inn. The Dusty Minstrel is the most popular tavern for the nobles. The Regal Squire Inn has fallen on a bit hard times really and isn't doing very well. And then the Duke's Arms is very popular but with the common folk. Their storehouse has they said they've got vermin in there. And they're looking for some people to assist in getting rid of them.
Maybe we could help rehome them.
What do you think they are? Why do you think they're being like non-specific? Just saying vermin is.
Maybe they don't.
Scary.
No.
Vermin.
Animals can't be scary. That's just silly.
Maybe they just don't know what animals they are.
Yeah, maybe they're not a zoologist.
They just know there's an animal in their storehouse.
The note says to speak to the innkeeper at the Duke's Arms.
Sure. What was that other note about a message being delivered?
There is a small quest. It just says anybody willing to deliver a sealed package, they will give you 10 gold pieces. Deliver it quietly and subtly, if you will.
That makes me want to peek inside.
Mm-hmm.
Well, all right. Let's find out about the vermin, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Give me a second. I'm just trying to get the name.
Will be the hero of the day.
Gakros is who you're looking for. You know Gakros, the tavern keep of the Duke's Arms. You guys can head down there whenever you're feeling ready. Does anybody have any sort of morning rituals? Anything they do each day to get ready? Do we have any mage armor casters or anything like that? You don't have to. I'm just curious.
No.
Oh, I don't have that yet.
Hey, sorcerer. Most sorcerers don't cast mage armor. It's a lot of spell to prep. Cool. With that then, you can head down to the Duke's Arms. It is very, very quiet in here, and there are just 2 people in here. The first is Gakros himself, who is here. And he's currently sort of, cleaning the bar and not really paying much attention to anyone. Secondly, there's a man sat in the corner. He's a little way over, looking a little forlorn. You're not sure who he is. He looks like a traveller from out of town.
Do we actually know? Do we actually know Gakros by face and name, or
yeah, definitely. You've drank in the inn a few times here and there.
Cool. We'll approach. Sorry, go on, Jamal. You go.
Yeah, I was just going to say, in that case, if we're strolling in now, I'll just approach and say, "Hey, Gakros, I hear you've got some issues."
Yes. Quiet. We have visitors.
Yeah.
I'd say hush, of course.
Shout it from the rooftops.
Yeah. Right. Well, perhaps that's what they are. I'm not really. Perhaps we can walk and talk. And he calls out to Yvette, his wife, and just says, can you watch the inn? We'll head down to the storehouse with these people. And then as he sort of moves out, you've got to keep quiet, The guy in there he's a courier. He's come all the way from Gorena. I don't want the inn getting a bad reputation,
Oh. What are you doing here?
I mean, delivering stuff up to the keep, I'd assume, but we always put up the messengers.
Ah, I see.
I see. So you get a lot of You get a lot of them then here, huh?
Yeah. Any time they pass through the town.
Makes sense. So, tell us a little bit more about this problem.
Well, truth be told, I made some modifications to the entranceways to the storehouse.
Okay, I like where this is going
And
already.
let me guess, they're not very vermin-proof.
Something came up,
Unbelievable.
and I wasn't expecting.
Came up.
Mm.
Uh-oh.
We dug down. Something came in. I don't know what it is. It's got 6 legs. It's not a spider.
6 legs?
Spiders have 8 legs.
You say there's just one?
I think it might have a little one, but truth be told, I ran off pretty quick.
How big we
We'll
talking?
find it a new home.
I'm not sure that sort of creature should be preserved, but you do with it what you will. It's not an animal. It's a monstrosity of some sort. Like, I've never seen anything so vile. It's got a chitinous outer skeleton,
Ooh,
pointy
that's
legs,
nice.
and its face looks a bit like a skull. Its
What?
ribcage was exposed.
Oh my, how big is this
What?
thing?
This poor thing is hurt.
He
Doesn't
sort
sound
of
like an
he
animal at
motions
all.
that like its back is up to his shoulder.
Oh, wow,
Oh,
that's
hell.
huge.
Yeah, I wasn't really looking to tell anyone that it was anything bigger, in case the guards caught whiff of it.
Hey.
I don't want them knowing that we've got a passage through the darkness.
Mm-hmm.
As this conversation continues, I'm gonna start ritual casting Speak with Animals.
Okay.
Okay. What? Why would the guards not want him to have a path? Exactly because of this reason? 'Cause
Tax.
things might come up.
Tax.
Oh.
He's trying to
Um,
get. He's trying
So
to
you would know.
Observation.
So you would know. The big thing with Drathnor Keep is it's a gated city, right?
trying to get
So
around the gates.
he's been taking goods in and out of the gates, in and out without going through the gates, which benefits him financially. But obviously, it's a gated city, right? So to have a second path out is just very bad for security.
Oh, that's scandalous. Okay, so what I'm hearing is he's gonna pay well.
Looks at you and you know how to keep quiet, right?
Oh yeah. Quiet's my middle name.
Okay, good. It's the 5 of you.
5 of us.
We have one more, but she's. We got this.
How about
How are you going to bring her in?
30 gold each?
I'll worry about that later.
Is
Okay.
that bloody for a lot of money?
It's decent. It's nothing crazy, but it's quite a lot for a common folk.
Hmm? Yeah.
Well,
Like it
sounds
is.
like whatever this thing is, it's certainly doesn't sound very friendly.
No, it chased me out.
maybe
If I
it's
hadn't have pushed it
scared.
back with a broom.
How long ago was this? How long has it been down there?
I found it last night.
Okay, this is very recent. Got it.
Yeah, you guys
Okay.
are in the Regal Squire Inn morning and night. So you'd see
So
a new
that's
job
a
posted.
new notice.
He's posted the job like first thing
Yeah.
this morning. Yeah.
Okay.
We
Yeah.
take a quick moment to talk about this one, guys.
Mm-hmm.
I'll leave you to it. You let me know when it's done.
All right.
Yep.
How the hell are we going
Right.
to do this, guys?
Do we get in a football huddle?
Yeah, that's what I was imagining. Quick huddle.
Yeah, I mean, he's left you sort of just
Yeah, we-
outside the storeroom. You guys can sort of peek through the window and try and get a little look at this. I can't give you the map because you'll be able to see everything.
Right.
Mm,
That's fine.
Okay.
Hugo, I think
Oh.
might have to be prepared to not be able to save it.
But we should try first, though, right? I mean, if it is a monstrosity, then sure, that doesn't belong here. But if it is an animal, we should try and help it, right?
Sure.
Well, I guess there's no harm in trying, but at least
If you
be
can
prepared
talk
for
to
the
it,
possibility.
then yeah, we'll give it a chance. If not, we gotta be ready to fight it. It's like.
And
That's
especially
fine.
if it just comes flying out and starts trying to,
Eat our
do
faces.
what Humphrey was trying to do to you, then I don't think we could justify holding back.
James, what is there a moral difference between a beast and monstrosity? Like, are they evil?
Monstrosities tend to have less purpose. Animals, they live in a way that benefits them, that does, they wouldn't attack unless they had a real reason to. Monstrosities tend to be quite vicious by nature. They often will kill recklessly or regardless of any sort of detail. There's no real rhyme or reason to monstrosities, I guess, is the best way of putting it.
Okay, yeah, that makes this really cut and dry for Hugo. That's nice.
Yeah, you would know that they tend to be dangerous creatures that don't serve any beneficial purpose at all. You would also, by the way, know that Speak with Animals is not going to help you in the slightest.
No, I know.
Yeah, cool.
But Hugo's still hoping that it's an animal.
Yeah, of course, and that's absolutely fine. I didn't mean, when he said, it's a monstrosity, I meant he literally found it monstrous. I didn't mean that.
Oh, yes.
He was saying it has the monstrosity type.
No, yeah.
That's how I took it.
Cool.
He said, "This is not a beast."
Yeah. He just pulls out his book of Fantastic Beasts and Ways to Find Him. He's like, so that's what it is.
And in all fairness, I think what we're actually going to do, because I do want to have some dynamic lighting in this fight, is we're actually just going to reuse the Drathnor Keep wine cellar. Just because it's a battle map I have here. I had set up a lovely little other fight, but other setting, but it's just not going to work. So what I'll do is get you guys to put your tokens here.
Also, guys, try not to upset Gakros. He's gruff but beloved.
I'll say. Not on the lines. There we go.
Where are we going? At the bottom of the stairs? No, on the stairs.
B2.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really matter. I'm just going to use the gem now to hide them. But as you guys have stood outside, we'll stay in the Theatre of the Mind.
Did we get any food today this morning?
Yeah, you probably had some breakfast.
That's a
It's probably very
great
tasty.
question.
But not a
Speaking of
beneficial
health.
breakfast.
And is someone going to play Ragnar?
Fuck it. Elora, roll me a D100.
Oh, good. That's how many hit points we're going to get.
Yes.
I've got 5 effects.
Yes.
Yeah, you guys will have advantage on all strength checks and saves.
Oh, that sounds
okay, that's good.
quite useful.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I have no idea. I haven't even looked at the stat block of these enemies. So, for all I know, it might be completely useless. But
right,
it's
we're
there.
pinning them. Let's go.
Josh, I think it was you that said you were going to run Ragnar's character. Is that right, in combat?
Maybe. Sure.
It's what you agreed to last week.
I don't remember what I agreed to.
No, I'm letting you know. You went, hi, I'm playing a Barbarian already. So yeah,
that
cool.
sounds like me.
You guys are outside the
me.
storehouse. There's not real windows in almost any buildings outside of very rich noble keeps. Even the castle doesn't have windows. It has shuttered. I mean, it has windows, but they're not glass, right? It has shuttered holes, if you will, in the wall with drapes. So here you'll see that if somebody was to stand on Ragnar's shoulders, about 10 foot up, there is a long, thin slit window with a sort of fold-out shutter. It's sort of only about, I don't know, 7 or 8 inches in height, and it's basically there for ventilation. But you might be able to get a peek of what's going on in there if you wanted to try that. Otherwise, by all means, let me know what else you guys are trying or thinking. In terms of Clover, there's no problem at all. Clover you'll be able to just bring Clover along. The tavern is just inside the city gates, around the corner. It's sort of the first building you get to. So you've been in and out of the actual city with Clover many times. So the guards won't pay attention at all.
Yep.
Just walk him in the front door. There is only one door to the storehouse.
Okay.
Hugo, is there any chance you could get a peek at this thing?
Yeah, let's hop on Ragnar's shoulder.
Do you mean like
See what it is, yeah.
Okay.
So you know a little bit more about these sorts of things than we do, huh?
It's also 9 feet up, so you might have a way of doing that without going onto Ragnar's shoulders.
Yeah, I'll wild shape into a.
Feel free to read them.
I need a climbing speed. I will wild shape.
Don't you have a lizard?
Lizard, spider, 20-foot climbing speed. Cat, 40.
Cat 40-foot climbing speed.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'll allow it. That makes sense to me.
But that doesn't seem logical. At least in a cellar
Scaling
sense.
straight up the wall.
Exactly. So I'll turn into a lizard.
Okay, give me 1 second.
will-
No, it's alright. I've got it.
Okay, you got it.
Go. That is the right
There we
picture,
go.
right?
Oh, that's not actually what I was going to do. I was going to change my token.
Oh, well, yeah, you can do that too. You should do that too.
Cute.
There we go.
Oh, wow.
Yes, I will turn into Lizard Hugo.
You need to size down, yeah? I think.
I can't size down. I can
No.
only size up.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and I'll run up like Alex's body and like up the front of her face, like, and then jump from there
Whoa.
to the wall to then climb up the wall.
Mm-hmm. When you get up there is a wooden shutter that folds outwards towards you.
Yes, I will then start like walking along the ceiling to wherever this thing might be. Right, because we know where it.
No.
is in
You've
here,
climbed a
right?
wall. You're now
Yeah.
at the long, thin window that has a wooden shutter that opens out towards you.
Okay.
You can't. You're outside. You can't walk along the ceiling of the outside. You don't get a climbing speed on the clouds. No. I just put you on the map. Right, so you're outside the building. It's a brick wall building, and then about 9 foot up is a long, thin, sort of like shutter-like window with a shutter that opens outwards.
Okay, yeah, then I'll just
What I'll
go
do then
with
is
that.
I'll grab.
How?
Mage hand. I'll mage
I'll
hand.
just push it open.
I'll mage hand and slide open the shutter ever so slightly.
Yeah, you can reach the mage hand in and pull the shutter opens towards you, Josh, right? You're a lizard, you don't have hands.
I thought,
okay.
Well, if I kind of have hands, but I thought it opened. I thought you could just push it open, like that.
You
goes
could
in.
if you were inside, but you're not. You're outside.
Right, so it can't go inwards.
Indeed,
Even
because
if
it
you're
opens
inside, it
outwards.
just- Right,
Going
I'm saying I
inwards
thought it would
everywhere.
open inwards. I don't know why we're harping on this.
Oh dear, thanks,
Yeah,
Jamal.
yeah, my mage hand opens it.
Yeah,
Excellent.
great, love
Yeah,
that. Cool, you mage hand it open. Josh, you can slide on in. As you go in here, you will get a peek at the creature. And I will put the tokens on the map.
Whoa, that does not look like an animal.
No, indeed. As you take a little peek at it, you see this sort of chitinous body, this exposed, fleshy rib cage.
It's got a little baby.
You have spotted. I wasn't
did
sure if you'd
say
have it from
that.
that spot. You do indeed see a little one. It's a baby is a strong word. It's the size of sort of an average dog. Sort of like a golden retriever maybe, or a Labrador. Like it's not small, and it does look like it could hurt you. But the big one is definitely a parent of some sort.
Well, whilst I'm just inside, I'll just say hello. can speak with animals. I want to see if they understand me.
You hear nothing at all. I do want to know, when you wild shape, where is Charlie?
Where is Charlie? Riding on your back?
They're the same size.
Never mind.
I don't know.
You can leave him with Olivia.
I tried not to think about
Drop him off.
You can leave him with Olivia. You can leave him outside, like just chilling on a barrel.
Yeah, I'll leave him outside.
Okay, cool. He's chilling on a barrel.
Put him down.
Yeah, you look in, and you say hello, and you hear nothing back, except after a little while, the chitinous-like creature sort of leaps really fast across the room, pounces on a barrel, and slashes it to pieces. Grains of rice just sort of spill out all over the floor. And he said, you can see he's looking for wherever the voice came from. These fucking hiccups, man.
You're
I'll
tiny,
just say,
right?
I am tiny. I'll just say, I'm here to help. What do you need?
And with that, the creature sort of pounces back across the room, and begins sort of like clacking at the walls with its chitinous claws, trying to work out where that voice is coming from. It is clear this creature is highly aggressive.
Okay,
Ooh.
I'm gonna scurry across the ceiling to get closer to the baby,
Okay.
and I'm gonna try and see if the baby can hear me. Hi, I'm here to help you.
You're on the ceiling?
I'm on the ceiling.
Does a 16 hit you?
Uh-oh. A lizard?
Well, yeah, I thought so.
Yeah.
The little baby Kruthik. Oh, I've just told you what it is. The little baby creature is what I was trying to say. Sort of pounces up off the ground. He can jump all the way to the ceiling. And as he does so, he tries to... And he just stabs his pincer through the back of Hugo Lizard. And then jumps back down. He seems very excited to have found some food to play with. That's 6 piercing damage, by the way.
Oh my god.
No. I'm out of wild shape. And now fallen onto the floor.
That's not a thing, Josh.
Oh.
Why?
It's just not how wild shape works.
What, that if you get...
Yeah, so you're... No, just... you're in 2024. So when you wild shaped into lizard, you would have got temp HP equal to your level. So 1.
Okay.
And now you just have whatever HP that is, 11 minus the amount. Your wild shape doesn't get broken by taking damage anymore.
Whoa.
Oh, I just go back to my health.
You were never out of your health. You got temp HP equal to your level, 11, right? You take that 6, you're down to what, 5 hit points, probably, something like that. And you're still a lizard on the ceiling.
Oh my god.
That's how strange.
Crazy. This is all news to me.
Yeah.
It is so weird.
It's well, this is the big thing, is that you no longer get that massive HP benefit from wild shape, but you do get to do way more stuffs. Yeah.
Okay, sure. I mean, I'm happy to not be trapped in here, so I'll take
you. You quickly realise that you need to scuttle out, because now Big Daddy's seen you. Yeah.
I'll scurry across the ceiling back to the window. Since I'm inside, I will use my little hands to push the window up.
Yeah. Well, I can also imagine that there's just a mage hand just holding it open a little bit. And as Hugo slithers out to you guys, what's the thinking?
I'm gonna jump down, as if like all 4 spread out to land on someone's head, and I just say, we need to. I don't know. Maybe we should get the authorities or something.
We are the authorities.
Okay.
No.
What the hell happened?
Do we have any half healing potions? Do we have any small things?
I do. I do have some potions that I can.
Do you guys have a lesser potion at all? Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I've got 3 lesser. I'll pop one of them.
Okay.
They're really aggressive, and They don't talk, and they can jump and leap and hurt you with their giant
Give me a
claw-like
survival check.
pincers. That is 13.
Yeah, with a 13, you have heard of Kruthic before. They are creatures that tend to be most at home in the Underdark or in dark caves. You would assume that the path down, which you did see at the back of the storeroom, there was a sort of half-covered trap door that has sort of been burst open. The creatures obviously have broken into it. They probably come right up from the Underdark.
Oh, I've just realised. I think they're Kruthic. They're usually at home in the Underdark. And I saw the cellar door, and it looked burst open, like they just bursted through the Underdark.
Hold on.
So they
And I forgot the other sentence I was told.
Jamal, go.
Hang on, they're from the Underdark? Has this guy actually just made a hole into the fucking Underdark?
He basically told you that, yeah.
He did tell us that.
Oh.
Told us that, Cael.
Stay focused, Cael.
I thought it was a tunnel into God knows where. I didn't realise it would be the Underdark.
Yeah, he's just gone too deep to get out. You know the walls come quite deep down because you know that underneath the keep, at least, there's a bastion, which is sort of a large place where you can shelter if the city is under siege. You've got to remember this is a border fortress. The whole town is designed to be defensive against it. So what he's done is really quite foolish.
Quite scandalous, yeah.
And whether you guys keep that secret or not is totally up to you. But yes, you should definitely fight these things. It will be some good XP.
Can I hunter's mark that thing while I'm looking at it? While it's standing right there?
No, you can't see it. You can only you're only here if you guys come in the door.
Oh, I see. All right.
Is that the plan? Just have Ragnar just push the door open, you just burst in?
Hang on. I do have some ideas. I do have some thoughts. Hugo, what can you tell me about how these things behaved aside from being aggressive? Is there anything useful that you figured out from them?
Well, they have the ability to leap very far, and they seem to attack things in a melee kind of fashion, but I think because of their size of their claws, they might have like some reach, and I would assume they don't have bonus actions at this level. And I would assume that they only have one attack at this level. And I would assume they probably have maybe 13 AC.
Wow. With that carapace? Come on. Probably is higher than that.
Is it, James?
They look pretty hardy, pretty tough to hit.
Okay, 14.
I put a door in so you guys can stop stop seeing.
All right.
I will put a blessing on us before we go in.
Okay, so get bless up.
Yes. Hashtag blessed.
Cael, Olive, and Ragnar.
Thank you.
Thank you. So the only things that I can really think of at the minute is if these creatures, if we give them a few minutes to calm down enough and not be aggressively at the door waiting for you or something. Maybe we could try some distractions to buy us a little bit of time and safety. I've got an idea for that.
All right. What's your idea? You want to get their attention so we can sneak up on them?
I might be able to I might be able to get them to turn their backs and be focused on something else entirely. If we can get in through the door before they start wailing at us and trying to rip our heads off, I'll need little time. So if we can let them calm down.
We open the door sneakily.
Yeah, well, I'd like to give them like 10-15 minutes or so before we do it.
What was the question, Nora?
Does the door even look like something that could be opened quietly?
It's not even a case of quietly. It probably will swing open fairly soundlessly, but it's a huge ass door. So it is going to be very obvious as the light comes in from outside. Like, they're going to see you when you open the door. Like, there's no question about that.
Yeah.
But
what's your plan, Cael? What are you thinking to do? Let us help you.
Well, I was thinking I could create some illusions, either from images or sounds, and
Oh, okay.
give them
what?
something to go for instead of straight away.
So I open the door and then there's a creature over there. Okay.
Wait, but if
with a sound like a guy over in the distance saying, "What was that noise?" and then everything tries to dogpile that.
Uh-huh.
Josh?
But if they're from the Underdark, they might have sunlight sensitivity. So maybe you could like distract them with this, but to lure them outside.
Lure them outside to
what's
us.
around here?
You would absolutely know that luring them outside would totally fail the whole point of the job.
Why? It's to deal with them.
To deal with them without the
Quietly.
authorities knowing, so that he doesn't get in trouble
Are
for
there
us.
any guards around?
Yeah, you're literally like 60 foot from the town gate.
Oh, well, maybe we could tell them to go on lunch break.
Don't listen to us.
Guys, don't think too hard about this. Like, I like the
No,
planning,
I'm
but
not.
like,
I'm ready to
don't
go.
overthink it. Cast that bless and walk in the door. You'll be okay.
We're going to find minor illusion sound over in one of the more distant corners. See if I can distract them.
Yep. I think you need to see that point to do it. No, you don't actually. Just 30 feet. Yep, cool. So as you guys open up the door, I will ask you to roll initiative, please.
Yippee.
I've rolled Ragnar's already.
Oh,
Alrighty.
Well.
Okay, I've got Hugo with a 17, Olivia with a 12, Alex with a 16, Cael with an 18. Anybody desperately want to go before or after anyone else? Ragnar's got a 15.
Oh,
You're all
okay.
pretty
So
much in the same
7 here.
initiative. That whole initiative track is wrong until I press start.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, that sounds like a no to me. Fantastic, let's go. As the door opens, Big Daddy's going to come leaping out towards you. And immediately sort of rears up on two back legs and then slashes once at Ragnar, once at Alex.
Oh my god.
I was wrong. It has a multi-attack.
8 to hit. Ragnar,
No,
miss.
ignore that. Well, technically it's the right roll. It's a 21 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh, no.
so that'll be 6 piercing damage from its sort of stab, and then I will take a concentration saving throw, please, Alex. And you gave this to who? To Cael?
Cael, Ragnar, and
Olive, wasn't
Olivia.
it? Yeah.
Yeah. It's 14 on the con
Cael.
save.
Cool, that's a save, obviously. Ragnar.
And since he attacked Ragnar next to me, I will use Warcaster to... No, never mind. I'm thinking
I don't think that's how that
I
works.
don't know why.
I'm just putting out on these blesses, sorry. They're really far down. Cael, Olivia, and Ragnar?
Uh-huh.
Great, okay. I finally worked it out. Cael, you're up.
Alright, I will go right ahead and fire off a chromatic orb at this thing. Does it look like...
Nice.
Does it look like it's, Actually, never mind that. I think I'm just going to try to figure out what I'm going to do with this. I think I'll try for cold. Yeah, I'll try the chromatic orb for cold.
Cool, right ahead. Don't forget your bless.
Plus D4 from bless as well, right? Yep.
Hell yeah, brother. Give him the business.
That's a 16 to hit.
That'll miss.
Oh.
Thank God.
Okay. Let's keep that bless up.
So far, Hugo wrong on every front. Wrong about the
Yeah.
hourglass, wrong about the multi-attack.
Yeah, we're
Pretty
about to
much.
take away.
He might
Just-
have reached and he does
It
leave.
was a 9.
What was a 9?
The wild magic.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's fine. You don't need to tell me what it is. Just tell me if it triggers. So obviously it triggers right now on a 1 or a 0. No, a 2 or a 1 even on the dice. Cool. Hugo.
Yes.
Good luck.
I will. Oh man. I will. I'll like raise my flower staff like upwards slightly, and these like magical glowing flowers will start falling. I'm gonna cast Fairy Fire on this
Okay.
thing.
I love that.
That's 12.
That's a fail, you bitch.
Yes! We're in!
He's being very fired.
It's over.
Yeah, so these like flowers just kind of land on this monstrosity. And just stay there. And then I don't have a bonus action, so I will just stand here contemplating.
Mm-hmm.
That's to me.
Cool. That brings us to Alex.
It has not taken any damage yet, right?
No. Not at all.
No.
I'm going to pull out my mace and go for a swing at it.
Okay.
I love
Since
that.
it's glowing so brightly.
Hit him.
17?
Yeah, 17 will miss.
What?
Did you
Why'd
take
you
your
say
plus
it
2
like
from
that?
flanking?
No, I did not.
Oh.
Cool. A 19 will... No, it won't miss. It will hit. I promise.
Oh my god.
Right.
Oh, hold on. I'm having real problems. Cool. Yep.
4.
Okay. For what?
Bludgeoning.
Okay, cool. Yeah, as you sort of thunk into this hard carapace, you see the creature just... yeah. It took that in full.
Right.
Anything else, Alex? Would you like to bonus action drink a potion?
I don't have any. So
You guys can use the group potions. Like you can...
That's what I
It's a
was-
group set of potions.
I
Who
don't
has
think we
potions?
have any.
It's
Somebody has
empty.
potions.
I've got 2 lesser.
Hugo does.
Still? Didn't you drink one a minute ago?
I had 3 lesser at that point.
Okay. 2 less healing potions. Anyone else got any potions?
No.
What about Ragnar?
Ragnar doesn't have any potions.
Okay. Josh, if you want to take those 2 lesser healing potions out of your inventory, I've put them in the group loot tracker for you guys.
Perfect.
And so you guys can draw from them as you are. If you want to drink a potion, Alex, you may. If not, you can just stand there and die.
The lesser is how much?
1d4 plus 1.
Then yeah, I'll use it.
Cool. Take it out the group loot, and Ragnar is up. Plus 2 from flanking, plus 1d4 from bless should he choose to attack.
Yes, he will bonus action rage.
Cool.
Yippee!
And then he will attack with his great sword.
Mm-hmm.
Did that come through? Did that roll? No.
Did you get reckless at 1 or 2?
Number 2.
I think it's 2.
Okay, cool.
Okay, I can't roll on his sheet. I'll just roll manually.
It's very hard anyway, so.
Yeah,
Oh,
true. You have
yeah.
advantage. That is very true.
Okay, that is a 23 to hit.
23 hits. Give me some damage.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Oh, how much is the range damage?
At this level, it'll be 2.
2. Because it's your proficient modifier, right?
No.
Oh,
It's just
not?
rage damage. Yeah, it's just
Right. It's a
Standard.
separate thing. Oh, nice. Max damage. So that's 12 plus 3, 15 plus 1, 16.
what's the plus 1?
From the rage damage.
Which is 2.
Oh, sorry, 2, yeah.
I've lost all track of everything other than the incorrect rage damage.
17 slashing altogether.
Thank you. Right, I feel today like I say
Wow,
things and
that's
people just go, yeah, no. Like that's how it feels today. Cool. Yeah, he's wounded. That's a huge slash. Olivia, you are up. Olivia, you may give me a perception check.
Oh, don't mind if I do.
I think you will mind.
Uh-oh. Perception, that's a 15.
Yeah, looking at their chitinous plating across their armor, you would know that whilst they haven't resisted any bludgeoning or slashing, they might resist piercing.
Well, sounds like a me problem, I guess.
It does,
But you're
doesn't
not
it?
going to resist my force as I bonus action Hunter's Mark that bitch.
Hunter's Mark does force damage now?
Yep.
Sick. Used to do the same damage as your weapon.
And I'm going to scoot back.
Wait, is this going to
Oh.
work? Let me just see if I can make it run at a different pace.
You did.
No, I can't make it unsync. We'll just pause them
Looks
both.
good.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Cool. Carry on.
Okay. Okay, done that. I've swapped spots so Clover can get in there, and she is going to use the
Has she got reach?
guard action.
Oh, okay.
No, she's guarding Alex to give disadvantage on attacks against her, and I will take a shot at this
Cool.
motherfucker.
Go ahead, roll a hit.
Advantage.
With advantage with bless.
Oh yeah, well I think I might have hit already. Okay, 17 plus 4.
Yep. 21 hits.
Okay, so that's D8. So 5 piercing and 5 force.
Okay. Resist the piercing, not the force.
That. Take that.
Okay. That will bring us to the youngun, who is going to come over here and leap over and try and stab at Alex. This is a disadvantage, right? Because of guard?
Yes. Clover's guarding.
Cool.
Standing over your shoulder, breathing. heavily.
Sorry, bear with me a second. That's oh no, it is still a 5. So it's a 10 to hit.
Miss.
Okay. And then that creature is going to scuttle away. Alex, should you wish, you could take an advantage attack. It would be with disadvantage as it's got half cover. Or not disadvantage, it will have half cover as disadvantage.
I will toll the dead.
Hell
I do.
yeah.
Oh, you got Warcaster. Cool.
And it does work like that.
Yep,
Yes,
it definitely
we
does
got
work
it
like that.
time.
Wisdom save.
Yep. It's a 15.
Oh boy.
Gosh darn it.
Yeah, should have hit with a mace.
I don't know, their armor class is good.
That brings... Well, that was the baby one. You don't know how good his armor class is. That brings us to the baby one. Seeing the bear sort of sheltering Alex a bit, is going to go for Ragnar. So that will be
That's fine.
a 19 to hit.
That
He's
hits.
the one who should.
For piercing, you can keep... You can just... Don't worry too much about keeping track.
It's okay, I can do it on
5 piercing. Please, I don't know if that'll screw with it, but okay. Yep, cool. And then there's 19 to hit, which will be another 5. So a total of 4 piercing damage, I think. Right?
Oh yeah, he's raging. So
That is how rage works. Cool. And then the creature is going to leap away.
Oh, good. Get out of here.
See, I was right about one thing.
Leaps over here.
We can
This
leave
leap
this little
does not
hallway.
provoke opportunity attacks.
Of course it does.
Yeah.
And then he's going to
that
scuttle back here. Cool. Cael, you're up.
So I can see this guy here. Does that mean I can?
3/4
actually-
cover.
Okay, 3/4. Let's just
6
check.
armor class.
So I've got bypass cover, attack rolls
Ooh,
as well as
that's high.
ignore half or 3/4 cover.
Why?
Because I have spell sniper.
Oh.
Bypass cover ability on it.
Where did you get that?
Well.
I think that comes under spell sniper. It's just the
Where did you
ability-
get spell sniper?
that was my starting feat thing.
Okay. Cool.
That's awesome.
Weird starter's feat, but I like it. It seems to be working.
So there's no kill quad like overkill, so I'm gonna just try to chromatic orb him once more with advantage.
Okay. Yeah, with advantage, with bless.
Yep.
Go ahead.
That's going to be 19 so far plus 120.
Yep.
And I'm gonna
Hell
make
yeah.
that cold. And that is gonna be 14 damage.
Whoa.
Please describe his grisly demise.
Go off.
I fling my chromatic orb, it sails right between all of the kegs and barrels, it perfectly pinpoint hits right on his carapace, explodes in a frosty nova, and he just begins to seize up as his carapace frosts over, and he just crumples, quickly becoming rigid with torpor.
Yep.
Ooh, I love that.
Okay. Anything else on your turn?
I'm going to be staying here, and I'm going to be keeping out of the way so people can actually just start moving in.
Cool. Hugo, you're up. You're muted if you're talking.
I will go here. Also, did Jamal need to roll on his wild magic? Is that every spell?
Yes, I actually
he
do.
rolls a
That's
D20.
point, yeah, good recommendation.
Yay.
That's a 6.
Cool.
So
Getting
Carry on.
lower.
Cool. I will raise my hand and fire off a beam of moonlight as I cast Starry Wisp.
Okay, cool.
Cool.
Roll a hit.
That is a nat 20 for a 25.
Yay! Kill the baby.
Please tell me how you killed a baby.
Jesus! Not like this!
A crit will be a kill. So.
I like raise my hand and this like it like starts like radiating this white light and it gets bigger and bigger and then this beam just shoots out straight like into this creature's like forehead and it's like because it gets engulfed in this moonlight and just kind of like it like sears and burns at its skin and it just kind of like topples over like a dead spider, you know, just like on its back.
Yeah. Legs are all curled
and
up.
with that, you have succeeded. You may take 90 experience points.
Whoa, hello.
Oh, that's a bit of a jump.
Moving on up. We're halfway there. Almost.
Finally.
Cool. As you
got in here?
As you move in, you will note that for the most part, it looks here like there's barrels of grain, rice, flour, all those sorts of things that you might expect. But you do see 4 tightly packed crates in the corner that are much smaller, that have a sort of roughshod blanket over them, but the blanket's been sort of torn in half. And they're shining through. They're of dark wood, and they look of much higher quality than anything else in here. There's no point looking around, guys. You're currently in the wine cellar of Drathnor Keep when you're not actually in the wine cellar of Drathnor Keep. So you can move your tokens around if you want. Okay.
We're playing Dollhouse.
Well, the real question is, why is there a well in here?
That's the pit into the Underdark.
No, it's literally a well for drawing up water for winemaking.
Oh my goodness.
But we're not there, as I said. We are in Drathnor Town. Outside the Duke's
What's in
Arms.
these little boxes?
Would you open them up? They seem very well sealed.
Oh, man.
It's just...
I do want to snoop.
If you want to know what they are, give me an investigation check. I'm going to try and work it out.
Yeah, before I open them. Is this worth my time? Ugh, not great. Investigation? Okay, a 10. It's actually
10.
Middle of the road.
Yeah, they smell herbal of some sort. And you do see a little 2 leaves sort of crossed over on the top of them, but you don't recognize the emblem.
Yeah, sure. Let's peek inside one.
Okay. They are sort of quite well sealed, but you can yank them open. You're going to have to hammer it back closed again.
Just say the monster did it.
Yeah. And when you do finally get this open, it is packed with excellent tobacco.
Ooh. I'll block it a little.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to try smoking again, guys. She's tried many times and failed because she has asthma. But maybe this time it'll take... Yeah. I'll close it again.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Give me a sleight of hand check to try and close it well. So try and cover it up.
Yeah. Sleight of hand is 15.
Yeah, you do a decent job. It's not going to be perfect, but it's a good job.
It's fine.
It'll just look like it's been loosened.
Here.
Exactly like it's going to be loosened by that. Cool. Congratulations, guys.
Let's report a job well done.
Yeah. When you report the job, you will get an additional 15 experience points and 25 gold pieces each. 30 gold pieces each. It's 150. It's a bag of 150 gold. That's what matters.
105 EXP was that in total? Or?
Yeah, it'll be 105 in total. You get 15 for the quest. And
160 altogether.
Yeah, and Gakros will sort of look at you and that's incredible. Any ideas what I should do with the monster?
Its corpse?
He looks to Ragnar and he will ask him, can you take it down to the tunnel or something? Shove it down there.
Oh.
And I'm sure Ragnar, being friendly and nice, will agree.
Are you gonna keep that tunnel open? What if something else comes out?
No, you're right. I'll need to get it bricked up and boarded up. You keep it quiet. I'll get it done. Yeah. I'll have someone come in tonight. Thanks, guys.
Could trap one of your enemies in there if you wanted to.
I'm going to block things off with some kegs or something, just to be safe until then, you know?
Right. Have to get the place cleaned up. Are you sure it's safe?
Well,
Maybe I'll come with you. And he looks to Ragnar as Ragnar's going to take the corpse down, and he'll just go in with him. But yeah, all sealed off, all safe. And you can return around lunchtime to
We're heroes.
Well, don't take it too far.
Yippee!
we did a good deed for the day.
Yeah. You can return to the... Sorry, wrong picture. To the Regal Squire Inn, where it is just Mikyala today. And when he'll look at you and... How did you get on? That's not
It
how
was
he
terrifying,
speaks,
but a job well done.
Right. That's good. That's positive.
I think we need a hearty lunch for this one.
Seems you're becoming budding adventurous.
Yeah.
Hearty lunch already. It's only about 11:15 in the morning, but...
Mikyala, are you okay? You're always smiling and cheerful.
Is he not
But
smiling today?
You sound sad.
Oh, not quite sad as much as I am a little distressed, to be honest.
That's worse than sad.
What's going on, Cael?
Well, Rosie and Iona came down this morning, both with the same report. They couldn't get a minute of sleep last night. Something to do with...
Why not?
They thought the other one was crying. Weeping. Sounds of weeping all night. But both of them went almost at the same time, I'm told, to complain to the other one, and only to find out that it wasn't either of them. And when they went to check the room between them, room 6, Iona swears she saw a pale woman in a mirror.
Is this in the inn he's
This
talking
is in the
about?
Regal Square Inn, yeah. They both sleep on the top floor. Two different ends of the rooms. I think we might have a ghost.
Did they,
Josh, what did you say?
I said, you think it's a ghost?
Sorry to make you repeat that. But he looks at you and I think so. We had a haunting once a long, long time ago, but that was decades ago. It's not the same being. What did you say, Cael?
Are you sure they didn't both partake in something a little...
They were working last night, both of them.
spicy?
Yeah, Cael, they're excellent workers.
They are.
So they're not just hearing things then, okay.
So what, they're napping right now?
They are. They're catching up on their sleep.
That's good.
Seeing as you're budding adventurers and you're doing so well, perhaps after a rest and a lunch on the house, of course, you might look into it for me.
Your generosity is very appreciated.
No, it's not my generosity, it's my gratitude. That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's a little early for a proper lunch, but I've still got some leftover breakfast if you want. I could do you all some sausage sandwiches with some fruit and some cheese.
Oh, that would be lovely.
Sounds perfect.
Right. I head up. You guys head upstairs and get yourself settled in, and I'll come up soon. And with that, you guys can take a short rest.
Oh, good.
As we,
Die. Singular.
as we get settled in and we take a seat at a table, I'll look over to Alex. Do you know anything about... What? Sorry, what?
Sorry, you said "do you know," and I had to interfere with the Muffin Man because you hesitated for just one moment.
Do
Oh, no.
you know anything about ghosts?
Good.
Do I know anything about ghosts?
Yeah,
Do you know anything
like
about
a
ghosts?
cleric?
Give me a... Oh, it's going to be a bit complicated. Can I take an Arcana check, a Religion check, and a Nature check, please, Alex?
Wow. Good luck.
Arcana is 14.
Okay.
Religion, you said?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Typical cleric, that's 2.
That checks out.
And what was the
Oh,
final?
shit.
Nature.
There's nature, minus 118.
Cool. So with the 14 Arcana, you would know that ghosts, once they linger, tend to linger until their business is done, till their problem is solved. Often ghosts that aren't able to fully manifest themselves are weaker spirits from life that are trying to cling on for a reason. With your 2 in religion, You know that the church have ways of dispelling ghosts or putting them to rest completely. You know that there are ceremonies for that, but it's not something that you've covered in your cleric training. And with your 18 in nature, you know that ghosts that are clinging on tend to cling on to a specific place for a specific reason. They tend to have a connection with that place for one reason or another. You would also know that you may well be able to find this ghost at any time of day, but it's most likely that whenever anybody else experienced it manifested is when that ghost is strongest. Also, with your 14 Arcana, you know there are ways to strengthen a ghost's bond to the material plane, but you just know that those tend to be done by divine casters, and you didn't cover that in your cleric training, clearly. One thing I will ask, do you happen to have ceremony prepared today?
Is that a first level spell? No,
Yes.
it's not.
No. Okay, cool. Yeah. So you haven't covered in your cleric training. Simple as.
Makes sense.
Cool. So you guys could potentially investigate the room and maybe have some sort of interaction with the ghost, but you know it would be a lot easier to do so at the time at which Iona and Rosie most reported hearing and seeing it.
Let's have a
And that
seance
time
tonight.
was nighttime?
It was 1 o'clock in the morning, specifically.
Yeah.
Alright, looks like we've got a late night then.
Well, I would assume you'd at least do a little bit of investigation in the day, right? You'll at least try and
Yeah,
pop in
we
and see what you
should.
can find. Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I want to ask Cael if anyone has died here recently or nearby, right?
Oh, look at you. No. The last death in my inn was my father. That was 3 decades ago.
Well, that's a good track record.
As for nearby, I wouldn't know. Certainly not within the town. I mean,
Okay.
old Mavis, she died 3 months ago, but
Mavis.
she was one of the townsfolk. She did some weaving in her time, a little bit. She was the grandmother of that woman whose name I've forgotten.
Yes.
She's the grandmother of the Caelharin, the proprietor of the Loomsong Parlour, the Weaver.
Let's see. Well, yeah, we could look around the room.
Okay. Yeah, so before you do, you're going to have a lunch, and I will let you choose if you want to replace your current benefit with the next benefit.
I would like to.
Okay.
Do
Does
we know
any-
what the next benefit is?
No.
What was our current benefit?
Advantage on
Oh, yeah,
strength
advantage
checks
on
and saves.
strength. I'll take the new one, please.
I'll take the new one too.
All right, let's find out what it is. Mikyala, roll me D100.
Oh, Jesus.
This doesn't have a set
I
benefit.
didn't realize. It was,
It will often be a food. It will often be a max health buff, but not today.
Okay.
Comes something exotic.
Okay. 43.
Okay, that's advantage on intelligence checks and saves.
Nice.
To be fair, that might be
Alright.
quite a lot more useful. It would have been great for Alex. to
Oh
have had
yeah,
at least
check.
a minute and a half ago.
We can do this
For
with
that-
our
for that religion
investigation.
check.
Yeah. All right, yeah. Let's have a nice
Is Elora back with us?
late breakfast.
Yes.
Fantastic. So you enjoy your lunch, and then you can head up to room 6 if you wish. A reminder that the Regal Squire Inn is a 3-story building. This music's getting a little repetitive.
Cute.
Let's just fix that. Yeah, 3-story building. The base tavern is on the ground floor. The middle floor is basically you guys' haunt. It's where you spend most of your time drinking. There are 2 rooms on that floor as well that take up a little bit of the space. And then rooms 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 are all on the top floor. And room 6 is one of those. And it is in between Iona's room, which is 8, and Rosie's room, which is 5.
Okay. Let's see what's in room number 6.
Okay,
Knock, knock, knock.
bear with me a second. You knock? Okay, you hear nothing.
Yeah, I'll first see if the ghost is just there and wants to open.
Okay. It's going to be all theatre of the mind. I tried for a few images and I hated all of them, so... just utilised on brain. As the door opens, this is a modest but well-kept chamber. To be fair, you were given the key. That is a key note. You would have unlocked the door and then opened it. A modest but well-kept chamber. The walls are panelled in dark pine, warmed by the flickering light of a small hearth set into the far wall. I would assume that... no. I don't know why it would be warmed. Sorry, I don't know why I've written that. There is no way this hearth is lit. This is not a lit fire. I just realised what I'd said. But yes, it will be lit by the two open shutter windows. They're at the front. There's a narrow bed underneath the room's only window. It's wool blanket, neatly folded, but slightly askew, as if somebody sort of sat on the edge but didn't bother to straighten it. There's a single pillow on the bed, and in the side there's a writing desk, tidy but used. There is a teacup and saucer there that have been left on it. Looking over to the window, you see the curtains are drawn, but the sash that draws it away has come loose and the curtain is sort of hanging. The other is pulled tight, and other than that, there's just a pitcher and a washstand and a small chair, wooden.
Before we touch or move anything, is there anything that looks like we're familiar kind of with how these rooms are generally set up because we've been here a lot? Is there anything that just looks out of place or
give me a perception
different?
check.
That teacup, one.
Yeah, the askew blanket is another.
16.
You notice a sort of, as you're looking over at the windowsill, like something just distorts the light a little bit, catches your attention. The curtain being slightly off skew is another. The wash basin atop the wash stand seems to have water in it. And the teacup, not that unusual. There'd normally be a sort of dry cup and saucer on the writing desk for use, but it's sort of right in the middle of the desk, which is an odd place to have left it. Frankly, everything looks a little rattled, a little moved.
Like someone's been in here.
There's a poltergeist.
Well,
and there's water in the basin, so that wouldn't be
Water
here
in the
unless
pitcher.
someone's staying. Oh yeah, unless someone's staying in this room.
Indeed. And we're about to bathe. You'd normally fill up your water, use it, and then chuck it out that night.
and yet this door's been closed and locked. How long for?
The rooms get freshened up most mornings, but this morning Iona and Rosie would not have done so, probably since yesterday morning.
So something's been moved since yesterday morning then.
When you call out, Hugo, you hear your voice sort of echo around the room a little bit. You feel a bit silly, really, calling out to what's clearly an empty room, but you do feel a slight cold brush on your left shoulder.
If you're there, can you do that again?
Do what? What's happening to you?
Who are you talking?
Cael, you feel a slight cold brush on your right shoulder. And all of you, give me a perception check, please.
I suppose I didn't specify do it to me again.
You didn't. Oh, I'm a half.
Ooh, nat 20, 25.
Finally, a nat 1 to reroll. 23.
Anybody who got above a 15 will notice a sort of slight flicker of light in the window. Almost a motion.
Yeah, I'm gonna move to the window.
Okay. As you look at the window, give me an investigation check. Don't forget to roll with advantage, as you had some nice lunch.
Yummy sandwiches.
Anybody else doing anything specific while Alex is looking at the window?
Yeah, I'll turn to you and ask, did you feel something on your shoulder too?
I did. I think that might be whoever's lingering here.
There's certainly something here.
16.
Mm-hmm. Olive, are you up to anything specific?
Oh, I was gonna start setting up some candles for our seance later.
Okay. Are you doing this on the floor?
Huh?
Are you setting them up on the floor?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
Right in the middle.
Give me a perception check as you do so, please, with advantage, as you are.
Ooh, okay.
What kind of candles are they? Red, black, white.
Just a plain old candle from my inventory.
Are they scented?
No, they're practical. What was I doing? Perception 17.
Yeah. Can I suggest that you visit Tallow and Twilight, where there's a large collection of different candles, some of which are scented, some of which are designed exactly for this. What did you get in your perception check? And what did you get in your investigation check, Alex?
I got 17.
Alex?
Neither did I.
Elora, are you with us?
Yes.
Sure.
Sorry.
What did you get on your investigation check?
16. The initial one, or was there a second one?
No, that's it. Just a 16 is fine.
Up again.
Yeah, as you move over, you notice sort of like a smear across the window. It doesn't look like it's a hand mark. It looks like sort of the condensation is maneuvered around a certain spot. And as you sort of look left and right in the window, you see a faint reflection, as if there's someone standing behind you, but you turn around and nothing. Give me a second Arcana check. This one with advantage because you have your nice food buff. Olive, your perception check will reveal that as you sort of walk across the floor, one floorboard sort of not only squeaks but feels very loose.
What's this? I'm prying that open immediately.
Okay. As you sort of pry open the floorboard, you see a beautiful golden ornate necklace. A little like a torque. It's got a large bar of gold metal that's flat, and then it's twisted into a rope all the way around.
Oh my goodness.
It's like a rope of two different golds, one white gold, one sort of gold, yellow gold, if you will, intertwined all the way around. It's beautiful
This
and
looks
clearly incredibly expensive.
Yeah.
Holy crap! What the?
Cael, I don't think he knew about this. Jewels and gems up here.
That's so pretty. Can I see it?
Sure.
As I take it, I'm gonna.
Okay. Sorry, would you have picked it up, Olive, to hand this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, definitely.
As soon as you place your hand on it, at first it feels icy cold. But as you sort of, and then the next you let go a little bit, and then you go to pick it up again, and it's really quite warm to your hand, and you aren't even sure if you imagined that coldness the first time.
Okay, I hand it to Hugo. Be careful, that thing was like...
Yeah, Hugo, it's warm. Unnaturally warm.
I put it on.
Okay. You look ridiculous. As it is clearly designed for somebody much taller, much grander. It hangs a little low on you. Yeah, it hangs a little low on you. It's very heavy. It's not something
bet it's heavy.
It doesn't fit any of your
Just topple over.
outfit. And it's got this sort of little flat plate of gold that lies flat on your chest. Are you putting it on over your shirt, or are you putting it on underneath onto the skin?
Oh, no, definitely, especially not the way you just asked. No, it's on my clothes.
Yeah, it feels heavy, and you sort of feel almost like odd. Give me a charisma save.
Oh no!
Are you sure it's not an int save?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Charisma. Not one, which I reroll.
Hell yeah!
All right, halfling crew.
That's right.
That is a 3.
Great. That's really good. Well done, Hugo.
I hate when that happens.
Yeah, you cannot resist. It feels uncomfortable. You take it off, and you feel like the urge to keep it safe, but not to wear it.
Ah.
It feels really wrong.
Yes.
Are you okay, Hugo? You got a weird look in your eye.
Alex, while all that mayhem is going on behind you, you caught an image of somebody in the mirror, in the window, sort of mirrored reflection behind you. What are you doing?
So you asked for a check with...
Arcana.
Oh, yes. Sorry, I wanted the Arcana check. That is true.
Okay, so I only rolled it once because my Arcana is Wisdom. So 18.
How sensible. Yes, with an 18, you remember something about sometimes ghosts find it a lot easier to manifest it in reflections than they do in natural light. whilst you sort of maybe notice the flicker of an image in the pitcher of water as well, you would swiftly realise that taking out a mirror would be quite beneficial. You do know that room 4, that slightly larger room, has a floor-to-ceiling mirror in it.
I'll be right back. What? Wait, what is... Never mind. I'll look at that, whatever that necklace is later, and I'll be right back.
Ragnar will go with you, because he wants to.
He's gonna do something.
And because that mirror is going to be really heavy when you get there.
I have a 12!
Yeah, it's going to take. It would have taken two people, even if Ragnar tried to go. It's a floor-to-ceiling mirror on like a big stand. Yeah, you going down to Mikyala, I assume, mentioning that you need to borrow the mirror, getting the key, etc., etc.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's happening.
Do you mention anything? Sorry, just to hold off 1 second, Jamal. Do you mention anything else to Mikyala? He won't question you if you just say, "I need the key to room 4." But if you do want to tell him anything, what would you tell him?
Just say, if we are looking for a ghost, I think a reflection might be useful.
Right, you are. No problem. There's no one in room 4. Hasn't been for a week. Who am I kidding? We never have any guests these days. And hands you the key to room 4. And just wishes you best of luck. Yeah, you see this almost wistful look come across his face as he remembers the guest that he had 8 days ago in room 4. That's the last guest he had. He missed that. Sorry, Cael. You were saying what? I've just noticed the Regal Squire Inn doesn't have a line in the queue.
It's the Regal Squire Inn. Earlier, I thought against it.
Oh, that's upsetting. I will get somebody to edit it and add a little... Yeah, thank you. That's perfect. Cheers. Whoever did that, great job.
Oh, that's great.
Anyway,
Nice.
What were you doing, Cael?
So when I noticed that Hugo was hurriedly taking that necklace off in a panic, I'll just say, Hugo, what's wrong? What's going on with that necklace?
Something's really wrong about it, but I know that we need to keep it safe.
Take a look at it.
Yeah, okay. Here you go.
I'd like to take the necklace in my hands and take a look at the
It's cold to the touch.
rating of the
Very
keyboard.
cold.
Whoa, this thing's freezing cold. What?
No, it's not. It's warm.
As he says that, it begins to warm in your hands. As you look at it, give me an investigation check here with advantage, because food was nice.
That would be a 17.
Yeah. The first thing you find is an engraving on the back of the plate that says Elora. You would know that to be a name of some sort. The second thing you'd notice with the 17 is this is very old craftsmanship. Really, very old. It doesn't match any sort of style you've seen, and the way in which the gold is woven together, you can tell that it's 2 individual strands of gold that have then been coerced. It's not, they haven't been twisted. It's genuinely 2 completely separate strands that go all the way around, and you've got no idea how that plate bit is fixed. It seems almost like melted in.
Well, whoever made this thing is an incredible craftsman. That's for a start. Secondly, who's a resident history boffin?
I don't think anyone's proficient, are they?
I am.
Oh, are you? Great. Yeah.
Olive.
Oliver's.
This thing looks incredibly ridiculously old. It's wildly out of place. Can you give any kind of an idea of when this sort of thing would have been made?
Ooh. Yeah, I'll look it over.
It is a little weird, though, that, it's an item that we don't want to have, but we want to keep it safe, and it was created by a master craftsman. Strange, no? Is this made from the Sauron?
As you look at it, Olive, you can't place anything specific. I don't need a history check. But it's at least a century old.
Dang.
If not more.
So, I wonder if that ghost is from a century ago, or did they just come across?
How long's a century again?
100 years.
100 years.
I say
Wow.
confidently.
That's a lot of years, Ragnar says from the door as he brings in the mirror.
You sound so heroic.
Cael and Ragnar, as the two of you come back in. Alex and Ragnar, as the two of you come back in, you can set up the mirror wherever you want.
So, hang on. How long ago was it that this whole incident started? Was it
Just last
yesterday?
night.
Yesterday.
Yeah, so what if this thing is, we should ask Mikyala if he knows anything about this necklace or how it got here.
There is
Because-
one other thing, though. There was an
Yeah.
engraving on this necklace. A name.
Yeah. That name doesn't...
If this is a ghost, and I'll
Oh,
look
let's say the name.
as Alex brings in the window, I'll well,
The
as
mirror,
Alex
I
brings
think.
in the window.
I think she's bringing in the mirror.
Just
She'll leave the
return.
window where it is. She'll bring in a mirror instead, yeah.
Fucking mirror. Brain fart. Yeah, mirror. Yeah, as she's bringing that in, I give a very, a slightly confused and perplexed look, but I'll say, a name engraved on this, Elora.
I look around for a reaction when the name is said.
Somebody in a room 4 doors down goes da, 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 on a violin, and that's it. No, nothing at all.
Alright. Well, yeah,
This
maybe...
is our mystery ghost's name.
This hidden floorboard it was under, does it look like it has been moved or tampered with recently, or was there like dust?
No,
over
but
it?
as you actually look at it a little more closely, you realise that not long ago the bed was actually on top of this floorboard. The room's been reconfigured not that long ago to be a different way round, so that the bed was under the window. You would assume that with the previous iteration, and you can't remember how long that was in place, you know that this bed was only moved a couple of months ago. Before that, this floorboard would have been here, would have been under the bed for God knows how long, a decade or so.
Maybe moving this woke up the ghost.
Or
Elora, are you there?
Looking around.
She's
I
drumming.
think she's a drummer.
Nothing at all.
Alright, well, let's go show this thing to Mikyala, I think. This is very interesting.
You set up
is it
the
possible
mirror
that-
in the middle of the room, or at one side, or
Oh,
facing
yeah,
the
where should
window,
we
or
put
what
this?
are you doing with it?
I
Alex.
guess in the corner, just
Okay.
so we can see the whole room.
Facing the whole room.
basically.
Cool. As soon as you do so, you catch a glimmer, Alex, at the top right, of a pale woman. Her blonde hair pulled to one side, sort of deep blue eyes. She seems to be crying.
My goodness.
Guys,
Yeah.
do you see this?
do I see? What
Do
do
we
you
see
see,
it?
Alex?
You
Look
do.
into the mirror
As you
as
will
well.
look into the mirror, you will see this pale lady, and she's just at the top right-hand corner, and you can see she sort of almost strains forwards, and then fades away.
What time is it?
11 in the morning.
Oh, yeah, maybe that's why.
Yeah, we gotta come back at night. But
Yep.
this is big. We all definitely saw that.
Yes.
Oh
You
yes.
definitely all saw it.
Okay.
Apart from
Confirmed.
Ragnar, who goes, "So what?"
Yeah. He's looking at the window.
He's staring intently at the window. Exactly that.
Was anyone recording? We gotta upload this to YouTube immediately.
Yeah.
Preferably with the sound this time. Yeah. Cool.
Alright.
You guys heading down to Mikyala?
Yeah, let's give them our findings so far.
As you come down here, you're all right. All together. Very good. Would you like some tea?
Something. Yeah, please. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can see he's
actually.
literally got a pot right in front of him that he was just pouring himself. He pulls out
It's
some
torn
cups.
between something warm and something cold at the same time.
I
so
sit
obviously that
down-
amulet-
Looking like a very tired, worn out detective. I loosen my tie.
He looks at you all.
Can you
loose
believe
and
what
like,
we found?
Do you know who Elora is?
Leora. No, never heard the name. Do you mean Leora?
No. What about from like 100 years ago?
He's just a human man, right?
Oh, is he human? Oh, my bad.
I don't know anything about. My grandfather purchased a tavern about 90 years ago.
Oh,
Oh,
so you wouldn't know
Yeah, predates them entirely.
No, not at all.
about this, and then clank the heavy-ass necklace on the table.
What on earth is that? That looks priceless.
Do you know who
It might be
owns
cursed. Are you sure you should be touching it?
Oh, good point.
Well, it didn't seem.
It's
It
a
doesn't
little
seem to
late
be.
now.
You should get Daniela to look at that. You know, the proprietor of Might and Magic.
Oh,
That sounds like a good
let me
idea.
find out what I know about her.
Mikhail.
Way less than
Not
everyone
anyone.
else, Mikyala. That's what you know about her. Sorry,
Fine.
Jamal, what were you saying?
Mikhail,
Mhm,
when was the last time anyone went in that room?
Oh, that's why I asked about Leora. Leora stayed there about 10 days ago with her husband, Tommel. Or boyfriend or something. I don't know. They looked a bit like they were going to elope, to be honest.
And they
Scandalous.
didn't see or hear anything.
No reports at all. Truth be told, they were so lost in each other, I'm not sure they were paying any attention to anything. They were travelling south to Telluria, I think.
Was there anyone just before that, or was that the last person that you can recall?
Oh, let me think. Last time before that, probably about 3 months ago, we had a troubadour group come through. I can't remember which one of them stayed up there. Bunch of acrobats. They were odd.
It's probably them. We should track them down.
Never trust an acrobat.
How would you do that? I can't remember their name. That was months ago. The problem's only started last night.
Yeah.
Do you know who owned the building before your...
Aye, yes. A gentleman called Fingor? Fingor, that was his name. My grandfather spoke about him. He'd been in his family for almost 4 centuries.
Wow.
Regal Squire Inn's been here a long time, although some of it's been rebuilt. Mostly the basement, so that I've got somewhere to sleep, to be honest. But, you know,
Maybe-
woodwork here and there.
Maybe
Was-
Daniela is a good thought. She's, the trusted voice of Lord Bantus.
Well, she
She
was
should-
and
you
before
might have
Diplomat Kirkham
information.
came along.
Oh,
Since
the document's not updated.
Since Kirkham came along, I fear that Lord Bantus speaks to her less and less. Odd thing to bring up. Do you think Lord Bantus should be informed? Are we sure this? Maybe you should just ask her if the necklace is cursed.
Well, I was thinking maybe like some of the more long-lived residents of, because Daniela's a half elf. Maybe
But
they.
What I don't
might know
understand,
the
Hugo,
name.
is these problems started occurring yesterday, not 100 years ago.
Well, I think it's
Yeah.
because the room was moved around recently. We think.
Not that recently. I moved it around about 6 months ago. Maybe
Well,
5.
maybe it took some time for this being to wake up.
If you say so.
The thing that puzzles me here, this Fintus fellow, was he?
Who?
Did your grandfather ever say anything about him being wealthy or having any sort of?
Oh,
Richard.
the previous owner of the inn. Fingus.
Oh, Fingers, yes. My bad.
I mean, only as
Forgot his name.
only, as rich as an innkeeper gets. No immense
Yes.
wealth. That doesn't look like a cheap piece of. It's far more likely that somebody who stayed in the inn would leave it than somebody who owned the inn.
That is my thinking. It
You-
certainly doesn't seem like it.
I understand that it seems coincidental, but are you sure the two things are connected?
The necklace has some very weird things going on when we
Right.
touch it. It has some.
You should take it to Daniela before we all get cursed. Here, I've got a box for you. And he hands you like a little sort of flat basket with a little napkin in it that was used for today's bread, and then a second napkin to put over the top.
Keep it safe and tucked away.
Alright.
You can't
Does
tuck it
the-
away. You're gonna have to hold it like this.
Very
Yeah, yeah.
magically secure.
I'll tuck it away inside my cloak.
Okay.
Before we do that, does the necklace? Can I see if the necklace has any like hidden compartments or anything?
Whoa.
As you go to touch it, he looks at you and Hugo, I said to you, you should really get that checked out before you begin touching it. But you would have known straight away from the first time you had it in your hand. There's nothing. It was very plain to see. There was nothing unusual about it in terms of its makeup, just its
Okay.
age.
Okay.
Well, we already touched it, so if it's cursed, well, we're kind of buggered anyway. So, hopefully,
Well, let's get confirmation.
hopefully it's no curse, and
And
yeah, let's go. Let's take a trip to Danietta. Let's see if.
do you think
she
Danietta
can
knows how to
work anything
break
out.
curses, just in case?
You would know that she does.
Oh, fantastic.
Or at least she might
Alright.
have a way of sourcing it for you. Bear with me a
Like from a
second.
wand.
Like from a wand, indeed. Where are we going? Might and magic. Might and magic. Actually, I think that's a good place to take a short break. We'll be right back.
Okay.
And welcome back, Drathnor Keep. As you approach the outside of Might and Magic, it is about 1 p.m. I keep opening the group notes because everything's in the wrong order.
Is the open sign says open?
Yeah. There is no open sign. The door is just slightly ajar.
What time of day
Go
was
in.
this again? 1 p.m.
1 p.m.
Okay.
Oh, lovely and early still.
Yeah, let's go in.
Okay. As you go in, you hear that dong, like a gong has been rung. And standing behind a desk, you so. God damn it. For goodness sake. So frustrating. Huh. Oh. Welcome to Might and Magic. What can I do for you?
Is this Danietta?
That is
As we
Daniel.
would
She
know
a
what she looks
private
like.
eye.
She looks
I
like an
love her
investigator who keeps
blazer.
getting in trouble with her boss for
Yeah,
doing
she's a
things.
loose cannon.
That's not far
Yeah.
off. That's not far off. It's a pretty good description. She has her own soundtrack. Well, not her own soundtrack. The store has its own soundtrack. I will put that on. Yeah. Welcome to Might and Magic. Can I help you?
Did we pick an inconvenient time?
No? Door's open, isn't it?
Okay, very well then. We've found something which we need a slightly more discerning eye to.
Don't
Yes,
beat around the bush.
understandable.
Bring it in.
Let's
have a look.
I'll put down the basket on the counter with the necklace inside it.
Covered with a napkin, yeah?
Yes.
It looks like you're presenting her a basket of bread. Fantastic. She
Oh,
right. What's with the secrecy?
napkin.
And then, yeah, she looks at... Goodness me. That's old, isn't it?
Very.
It definitely looks it.
She reaches into her trench coat, she pulls out a wand. It's over it. No discernible magic. Puts it back. Takes a different one.
No magic, really?
No, not particularly. You seem surprised.
Yeah, when we picked this thing up, it went from being rather warm to quite cold.
Like it was absorbing your body temperature.
Yeah.
But
Wait, no, yeah. When I grabbed
very
it,
quickly.
yeah, it was ice cold, and then
You've all touched it. That's good. And now you've brought it
Oh,
to
yeah.
see if you're all cursed. Fantastic.
It's
In
also
future, you find
definitely,
strange... Where did you find this?
In the Regal Squire Inn,
Oh.
an
under a floorboard.
Oh, you're that group that are hanging around. Where's the bear?
Well, she's in the inn.
Right.
If
Where all
people
good
get
bears
mad
should
when
be.
I bring her into stores. Yeah.
That's true. I would have been furious. Anyway, when you next find a strange-looking item that is clearly quite ancient and very expensive, maybe don't touch it. Pick it up with a, I don't know, a stick or something. Anyway, and she gets another wand out and she sort of casts another spell on it. And, I'm getting something a bit unusual, but not magic. Here goes nothing. And then she puts her finger on it and sort of... That is odd. Alright. She picks it up, starts moving it around.
Well,
Does
aside
any-
from the fact that it's
Any
Name
idea
on
who
it.
Elora is?
I was going to ask you that.
Oh, something here. She sort of tilts a little bit in the light. Ah, I've got just the thing. Let's go outside. And she'll lead you out to the back of the shop where she's got like an open workshop. And you stay back. This can be a bit dangerous. And then she's going to use another wand and she's going to cast Moonbeam.
Whoa.
And with that, she then sort of puts it in. And... Oh. I got all that effort to hide one word. Oh, no, sorry, there's 3.
Oh.
And she sort of reaches right up and then... Always and forever. Oh, dull. She brings it in. Looks like
Has anyone mentioned that this thing is super haunted? I feel like that would have given you a good starting point, right?
haunted.
We
It's
don't
not
know if
haunted.
it's this thing or the.
No, there's nothing
This is-
haunted about this. No. If it...
Someone made this and they clearly cared about this Elora person, by the sounds of it.
Sure. There's also something a little unusual about it. It's keyed.
Keyed?
What is that?
There may be some sort of magical connection within it, but it'll only react to the right person. There's nothing else significant about it.
Well, why would someone shapeshift a necklace?
Shapeshift?
That's what. Because you cast Moonbeam, and Moonbeam, like.
No, I needed the moonlight, but an excellent forethought. I like that. You know your magic. Or at least somewhat. That's good. I don't suppose you'd be willing to leave this with me for a little while, would you? Let me have a proper inspection of it.
Okay.
How
In a couple of
long
hours, come back?
do you- Oh, okay, great.
Okay.
Cool.
We'll be back 3:30.
Sure, that's the time. She doesn't seem to be... You can see,
Does
like,
not
she's
give a
very
shit.
distracted. I'm very interested. She's sort of turning it and taking her finger off and then putting on a different bit. And you can go.
Wow.
Right then.
I leave.
All right.
How many things can be filched while she's distracted?
I know, yeah, while she's in the back.
Zero.
She's probably got alarms everywhere.
Maybe. She would have led you back into the room and then had that conversation at the counter and then dismissed you from the counter. Yeah, she wouldn't be at the back. Yeah. And leaving her with that, what do you guys want to do? Do you want to just fast forward 2 hours? Go. Chill,
Do
have
we
a
also
drink.
have a note that we could potentially deliver, or is that going to be...
Oh, Jamal wants his 5 gold.
Oh, it was 10.
It was 10 gold. You're right, it is 10 gold. I've just scrolled up.
Goes constantly.
And yeah, Cael is a bit of a penny pincher, and I think Olivia is also chasing the bag constantly. So
It
Sure,
says, deliver a
let's deliver
sealed
this note.
note to Lady Roneth without her
Now, who is
husband
that?
seeing it.
ooh, this is exciting.
Lady Roneth Tarthmere.
Okay. She's strict and proud.
Ironically, I'm not sure she... Who the fuck
Oh.
is her husband?
She doesn't have one listed here.
No, I think I got the wrong person. Sorry. Lady...
I want to talk to this MILF.
It is not her. That's just the wrong person. Sorry. Is it Redmarsh? Hey, is it? It's just why don't I put these in couples? You guys have a document where they're actually coupled, don't you?
Yeah. the people
Yeah,
are
but
married
mine
to each
aren't.
other.
Mine are just one by one, and they're in order of their first name, which means a lot of them are Count or Dame or Lady instead of anything useful. It is... it's Baroness Seraphine Dandemar is who it needs delivering to, without her husband seeing it.
Uh-huh. Seraphine Dandemar. Ooh, she's a gossip.
The note is posted by Lorelei,
Oh, this is Elizabeth's mother.
specifically by the Dancing Dryad. It says visit Lorelei the Dancing Dryad.
Well. Let's go see old Lorelei.
Okay. You guys can head over to the Dancing Dryad. It's just after lunch.
Can I just
Yep.
hop into Potion Commotion and buy a couple lesser healing potions?
Let's go see Mum and Dad.
That is
Good idea.
Mum and Dad's. I don't
Your
have
shop's
this.
called Potion Commotion.
I don't have this
Yeah.
page yet. Let me do this
That's
page.
I
really
named it
quickly.
myself.
I did. I asked him what his parents' shop was like. I will take you to this shop in 2 seconds when I can actually do it. But yeah, as soon as you get there, there's a sort of warm scent of flowers as you head on in. Bear with me a second. Yeah. There you go. And there's just sort of like lots of sort of scents of herbs and spices sort of drifting out of the front door. As soon as you head in, it's sort of bustling and bright and fresh. You'll see lots of different multicolored bottles all over the shelves. You'll see different herbs hanging and drying at different stages. It's a riot of sort of color and various shelving and things all stacked on top of each other. And behind the counter is Hugo's mother, who will give you all a delighted little, "Oh, hello!" As soon as you come in, and she will rush over and uninhibitedly bring Hugo into an embrace.
Of course, I'll hug back tightly. Hi, Mom.
Well, what brings you? Troublesome lot in here. Thought you'd be out adventuring.
I was hoping to get some healing potions.
Oh, you've been a bit of a bust-up, have you, Alex? It's not those nobles who were being mean at the ball, was it?
Not yet.
Well, you know that fighting could get your parents in a real sticky situation. You've got to be got to pick your moments. Pick your revenge carefully.
I assume she means grandparents.
Sure. She means in general, yeah. For all of you.
For
Your guardians, parents, grandparents, etc. I had to remind Hugo about this on the ball, although I did see you all being treated very badly. Why are we outside?
It's an open concept.
Windows open.
Shop.
So, healing potions. Yeah, I can sell you a few. Look, I'd normally give you guys a great discount, but we haven't got all that many right now. Recently had quite a large pickup by a group of dwarves. Anyway, well, no, business aside. Yeah, I mean, how many do you want?
What the?
Wow, what's going on back there?
I don't really know.
He's probably dead.
I'm sure I had a potions shop somewhere, but it just isn't. I wish I could search music by words. I don't know what I've called it. It'll be something alchemist. But instead we've got this strangeness going on. Which is probably closer to Daniella's store.
I think 4 lesser healing potions will be
Okay.
good for now.
Here, I'll chuck in a 5th. 20 gold.
Thank you.
That way you have one each should you need.
Thanks,
Nice
Mom.
deal.
No problem. Do I really not have an alchemist? Well, it's too fucking late now. You're leaving. Okay, bye-bye, alchemist. It's going to be saved under something like medieval alchemist or fantasy alchemist, so I can't search by letters because they're all in the wrong place. And I've had the put ambience in sensible order reminder on my sticky notes for about a year and a half.
Never got around to it. Yeah.
There's too many better things to do. Too many more important things to do.
Before we leave.
Like you're busy.
No. Not that.
Before I leave, I'm gonna gesture with my staff of flowers in like an arch formation in front of me, and from it a buttercup falls. I'm gonna give it to Mom, and then we can leave.
Thank you,
How
darling.
cute.
And I'm going to play us leaving the Shire because I've got no idea what this track is or why I've got it buried in the ambiences, and I really want to know what it is.
I love that.
So we're leaving the Shire and heading to the Dancing Druid.
Okay. I'm ready.
Mr. Frodo, if I take one more step, this
I'll be the farthest from home I've ever been. You can head to the Dancing Dryad, and when you head in, you will notice it's a little busy in here. There's sort of 12, 15 people milling about, mostly sitting, drinking tea, a couple drinking wine.
Wow.
You only see one other young noble here, and that is Nassim Amberful. He seems very preoccupied, speaking to an elven lady on a chaiselong. They're sitting quite close. Okay, this does kind of sound like leaving the Shire and has nothing to do with the Dancing Dryad. Cool, carry on. You do what?
I am surreptitiously watching Hugo because I am the only one who knows,
And you haven't told him you know.
and I've not told anybody.
I
As
found the
you-
alchemist track. Okay, cool. That's not what I was looking for. I was now
Right.
looking for something for in here. Sorry. As you look, Josh, you were saying.
As you look at Hugo, you see that you don't know that he's looking around for a male or female dwarf, but he's
Mhm.
looking around, kind of like hoping to see someone specific.
Yeah, you'll find one dwarf in here. He is sat at the bar. He has a very long beard, which is separated into 3 separate sections. The first one is sort of goes halfway down and then is plaited. The other 2 are braided neatly at the side, and they all have little silver balls and blue gems at the end of them. It's a sort of long, dark brown hair. He's got quite dark eyes, and he's wearing a shirt that is cut very, very low across his chest, which is clearly very hairy. He's quite broad of shoulder, quite stocky, and he's wearing a pair of silk pantaloons and this sort of open coat and a large, wide leather girdle. And he's sat at the bar and he's talking to the... bartender will be a very strong word. It is somebody who is making drinks, who is a young half-elf, who you met last time.
Yeah, I think I'm just like staring, like in awe, like eyes sparkling, and yeah.
Yeah, as you all sort of
Definitely makes
standing,
note.
looking a little lost in the lobby, Veronica Lavona-Vixen will appreciate you. She will appreciate you.
Wow.
I don't know what that is. She'll approach you. And she's not wearing this at the moment. What she is wearing is a beautiful sort of flounced out green dress with a large meringue. Are you okay? My mother's not available right now. She'll be down shortly. Can I help you? Are you returning on business?
Yes, actually.
Yeah.
Right. She sort of
You need
looks
to
a little
remember
relieved because she really didn't know what to do if you asked if you were proprietors.
to hang out.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh.
She looks and I guess you should probably speak to Caelharin in her stead. Sorry, I'm not very good at this whole looking after the place thing. She just sort of left me here, if I'm honest. And she sounds a little pointed. Sorry.
What do you have to do?
Yeah. What are your names?
Okay, well, Olive.
And it's kind of really awkward because you've been with her at dances. You've been bullied in front of her. You've seen her many times, and it's clear she's just paid absolutely zero attention to your existence. The only thing she remembers is that you were there on business when she came down her ball gown. So she looks at you and Olive, right? Olive it is. She heads over to the bar next to the dwarf. Puts her hand on his shoulder and says something quietly, and he wanders over and sits at a different sofa. And then she will sort of gesture you over, Olive and the rest of you.
Okay.
This is Caelharin. He'll look after you. Caelharin, can I have some ice wine? And he sort of looks at her and... I think it's best you ask your mother that. There's some fresh water at the end of the bar.
Wow.
And with that, he sort of nods at her and smiles. He is a beautifully put together man. He's got sort of like short for the time, not short overall. So shoulder length, dark, almost black hair, piercing green eyes, and a very bright smile. It's clear that he's a half elf. His ears are a little curved, and he sort of smiles at you. And so, to what do I owe the pleasure of your startlingly unusual company?
We saw there was a notice in the Rig of Fire.
Well, indeed, that's actually my business. So I found the right person.
Oh, perfect.
How convenient.
Yeah, I need this delivered without her husband or really anyone else knowing.
Okay.
It's news the lady has asked for. She will be expecting it.
Okay. Something. Would it be like very, very bad if her husband found out?
For you, yes.
Hmm.
When the lady pays for privacy, she requires privacy. The Baroness is not somebody to slight by accident or intentionally. Might play different music. What's going on today?
Okay.
Good.
Sure. We can handle that.
Yeah, he'll hand you a sort of roll of parchment sealed with red wax.
Dang, I want to read this.
The lady should be heading down to Courtney's Cuisinière at about 5 p.m. this evening. Catch her on her way in would be your best bet. I would have done so myself. It's what I usually do, but I've been booked this afternoon.
No problem. We can take care of this.
Good. He hands you a pouch with 10 gold pieces in it.
Yippee! Paid in advance.
Mhm.
That.
Nice.
As you go to leave, you sort of hear a whisper almost in your mind, Olive. It's as if somebody's just leaned forward and whispered in your ear, but you're quite far away, sort of almost 30 foot away. It would be incredibly unwise to read that.
Who said that to me?
It's his voice, but in a whisper.
Yeah, that tracks. Yeah, no.
As you guys sort of turn around, you hear, Hugo! Alex! Oh, look at you all. You're back already. Lovely to see you. How are you doing? And Lorelei sort of glides effortlessly down. She sort of, she puts a little arm around your shoulder. She sort of pats Ragnar sort of on the front of the chest. She does a little air kiss either side of Alex's face. She looks down, Olive, have you brought me more gossip? More interesting information? Or are you here for something else?
Well, no, we were just here for a little job, but
Oh,
I mean, I wish I had some gossip to give you.
you're here for Caelharin. Okay, well, that's far less exciting, isn't it? You must visit at some point in the evening.
Sorry.
Each of you. You'll only benefit.
For the good gossip.
No, Cael. To get the experiences that you're going to need to make excellent husbands and wives. To meet the best of teachers.
Well, yeah. Olive is like,
The young will be young. Soon enough, I'm
Maybe
sure.
notice Sam as a maybe some other time.
This conversation has made Hugo bright red.
yeah.
Why don't the rest of you head off on business? I'd like a word with young Hugo here.
Ooh, okay. As I'm walking away, I cast message to Hugo. You're in trouble.
Olive,
Eh,
she says quite clearly,
eh.
some things are not gossip.
Okay.
She nods. And Hugo, when you are alone with her, she will say, how have you been?
I've been fine. How have you been? Did you enjoy the ball? No, she didn't go to the ball. No, she did go to the ball.
She
Right?
did.
She did, yeah.
She went to
Did
a
you
Diplomat
enjoy the
Kirkham,
ball?
but spent half the evening dancing with Maldranic, which was a little scandalous.
Yes.
She says, yes, I had a lovely time. And have you recovered from the way you were treated at the ball and also when you came to visit the other day? I heard those two men boasting of the way they chased you off.
Hugo's struggling which one to answer first. I mean, we get treated like that all the time by the other noble kids.
It's a hard place to be different. My Veronica doesn't treat you badly, does she?
No.
Good. I'd cut her ears off.
No.
She smiles.
She's fine.
Good. Well, I'm sorry about that. It's a hard place to be different. Look. Sometimes some of our visitors wish to be a little more discreet. There's a side door. She'll sort of gesture over. It's up the alleyway from the back. None of the young nobles know about it, but you'll keep it yourself, I'm sure. Just knock in a specific pattern. It's 2 knocks, and then 1 knock, and then 3. Okay, 2, 1, 3. You can remember that, right?
I think with 6 intelligence, he can remember that.
She looks at you and sort of follows your eye line a couple of times. I'm sure that there will be somebody willing to learn with you and teach you the ways of young nobles. Doesn't have to be complicated, Hugo. Just start small. Your friend, Alex, I believe she knows more than you've shared with her.
I haven't shared anything.
I know. But if you need someone to confide in, you should talk to her.
Okay.
Now,
Can I leave now?
Not quite. Here, I want you to do a little job for me. You'll tell your friends that that's the only thing I asked of you. Okay? I would like you to go down to the stables, and I would like you to check on mine and Veronica's horses, please. I hear that you're very good with animals. I understand your friend Oliver's as well. But it'll be a good excuse. And it does matter to me how they're treated. Just let them know you're there to see our mounts. Mine is Lady, and Veronica's is called Silver.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Hugo.
Thanks. I scurry like a
beetle.
cockroach that's just been shown sunlight out of the building.
He's gone.
Yeah.
As you head on out, you'll see everybody sort of patiently waiting outside. Over to you guys.
What happened?
Lorelei would like us to go and check on her and Veronica Lavonna Vixen's horses down at the stable.
She should always be full named.
I know, right? Yeah.
That's it.
Lorelei's horses called, or mount, I suppose she didn't say they were specifically horses.
They're horses.
Okay. They're horses, forget everything. Hers is called Lady, and Veronica Lavonna Vixen's is called Silver.
I think I've seen those at the stables. They're gorgeous.
They are beautiful horses. They're sort of silver white mares, very beautifully kept. It's clear they
I
looked after a lot.
I think she just wants us to check that they're being treated okay.
Then we should get
Okay.
going.
As Alex says that, I give her like a very fleeting look, and then when she makes eye contact back, I immediately look away and like begin like leading the charge away from this building.
So you guys have the time to head down to the stables, visit the horses, and then come back up to Courtney's Cuisinier to catch the Baroness, and then spend the evening relaxing, and then finally head to the inn room to find out what's going on up there. When you head down to Briarwood Stables, we're just going to keep this short and sweet. You'll be able to ask the stable master there, whose name is somewhere. Goran, I think it is. Goran. Yep. You'll be able to ask Goran about the lady's horses, and he'll sort of roll his eyes and, she's always checking on them. It's like she doesn't trust us. Well, nevertheless, you go in there. Silver should be fine, but Lady could do with a brush, if you wouldn't mind.
Sure.
There's a stepladder for the stable boys at the side of the stalls.
Cool. As we were
Sorry,
on our
guys.
way here, about maybe 10 minutes away, I was started casting Speak Spell.
Yeah, absolutely. That's fine.
Cool.
Perfect.
Yeah, you head on over. You go to Lady's stables.
I'll take the brush.
Ladies'
Yeah,
stall, yeah.
we'll go to ladies first.
Mhm.
Hello, lady.
You're a strange-looking horse.
I'm not a horse.
Right. You speaking?
But yeah. I can just speak horse, I suppose.
Right you are. Oh. You don't have to natter away, you know, just the brushing will be fine.
Oh, okay. Are you being treated well here? I say as I begin, brushing her body.
Guess you are going to natter. Yes, I had 2 lovely apples this afternoon. Lunch was wonderful. We had a good exercise around the yard this morning. Haven't seen the mistress for a couple of days, but I expect she'll come down soon enough.
Were they pink lady apples?
No, they were green.
Oh, I don't know what green apples are called.
Granny Smith, golden delicious.
Sure.
Probably none of the above. Green.
Sorry.
Lime.
Your I suppose your lady was asking to
Mistress.
that you get. Sorry, mistress. Your mistress.
Oh, the mistress sent you.
I check on you. Yeah.
Good. Give me an animal handling check. Do you continue to talk to her throughout?
Not if she doesn't want to.
Good. Okay, give me an animal handling check. It would have been a disadvantage if you did.
That is a 14.
Great. You brush her well, and afterwards she will ask you to look in on her daughter,
Oh, is that
which
Silver?
is Silver, indeed.
Ah,
Wow, how cute. Mommy
Do we
and
know what
daughter.
happened to Veronica's dad?
You don't know who Veronica's dad is.
We
Neither
don't
does
know
she.
who it
Remember?
is.
I wonder if Silver knows who her dad is.
As you head into Silver, you can hear her sort of nicking and moving about a little bit, shaking her head.
Hello.
Oh, hello. You don't look like a horse.
Yeah, I've been told that today.
Right,
I just
that's odd.
can speak.
You smell funny.
Oh, funny in a bad way.
No. You smell a bit like mother. Right. Okay.
Would you like me to smell something different?
You can choose how you smell.
I can.
That's odd. You're strange.
Oh,
Are you here to brush me?
what smells
like
do you
being brushed.
like?
Apples. I like apples. I like oats. I like honey. Honey's sweet. There's a lovely dark dappled stallion. He smells great all the time. The stable boy often smells good, but
Wow.
sometimes a bit too sweet. I don't like the sticky candies he has on him. And the stable master always smells like hay and straw, and it's kind of a warm, homely scent. I don't like the drink he drinks, but I like the other smells he brings. And sometimes he comes back in the evening, and then he smells horrible, like poison. Truly like poison,
Wow.
like foul, bitter poison.
Oh.
But you can tell that she's probably describing alcohol.
I see. Then I'll use my Druid craft for a sensory effect. To smell like that homey hay and see what kind of smell that they were just.
No, you don't smell like you. You smell like someone else. That's odd. Okay, well, is there only you're going to brush me? I like being brushed.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Are you being as I begin brushing? Also, if you guys are around, you just hear Hugo neighing constantly.
Yeah, I think we're used to your animal
It's probably
noises.
quite a lot of small nickers and like quieter noises as
Yeah.
well.
Let's-
You know,
just
you
playing
rarely hear
hacky
horses
sack.
neigh unless they're shouting. You're playing
yeah,
hacky
sure.
sack.
Yeah. As I begin brushing.
Well, actually, let's hold that thought for a second. Olive, you hacky sacking, or do you get on well with the horses, or is it just a Clover thing, that the animal bond?
I mean, I like animals, but this is very much more Hugo's thing, you
Okay.
know.
You will notice that some of the hounds sort of get quite excited at the sound of a hacky sack moving around outside,
Ooh.
and you would be able to go over and sort of make acquaintance with them and play with them a little bit. One of the stable
Yeah,
boys will
I'll
let
do
you give
that.
a few of them a treat. So
What's Olive's high score?
I don't know. Let me roll a d20.
Only a D20?
Times 10. 70.
Wow, that's really. How long does that take?
Well, you know. I need something to do while I'm sitting at the riverbank.
To be honest, you're not meant to play hacky sack on your own, I don't think. But yes, but I'm
Not
sure
really.
each of you do. Regardless, Hugo, are you? I'm sure I was meant to say something to you, or you were meant to say something.
As I'm brushing, I'll ask, "Are you being treated well here?" Your mistress asked.
Oh, well enough, I suppose. The mistress asked. I didn't think she liked riding at all.
You know Veronica
Wow.
Lavonna Vixen?
I don't think she really liked riding at all. She always seems like she only does it when she has to. She isn't very
Well,
enthusiastic.
Maybe, but I think she still cares for your well-being.
Oh, I appreciate that. I'm not being brushed enough, but apart from that, I'm being looked after well. But
That's-
they should really brush me 3 times a day. Look how my coat shines.
Does it shine silver?
It does shine slightly silver. She is an incredibly
Wow.
beautiful elven horse.
Lovely.
Yeah. And then once you've finished brushing up on your horse, you
I need to
can...
make an animal handling check.
Not for her, no. She's just likes to be brushed. You can head to Courtney's Cuisinier. And indeed, you're almost late, and you see the Baroness sort of striding towards the door. She is alone, but you do note that there is a man sort of 30 feet or so behind her, well-armed, following her. Not like he's going to assassinate her, like he's guarding her.
No. He's just walking up on her with a sword. She probably doesn't like us, right?
No.
Okay, then
No one
you
does.
know what? Before she has the chance to see us and start walking past her, I'll just cast a message and say, what was the guy's name?
Caelharin.
Caelharin. I have
C-A-L-I-N.
your note from Caelharin. I cast message just as she's like, walking past.
You can see that she almost doesn't react at all. She walks very proudly in the ladies' bathroom.
Oh. Okay. Would it be weird for us to go into this restaurant?
As a
Or
group
no?
of you, yes, but just you'll be able to go in, sort of ask if you can use the bathroom, and you'd be fine with that. Courtney is
Okay.
very friendly and welcoming.
Sure. Then I'll go.
I have a feeling she
I'll
doesn't
be
look
right
at that.
back, gang.
Cool. And as you head in, Courtney Gavois will sort of look at you and welcome,
Oh,
welcome.
wow.
She's saying to the Baroness, welcome to Courtney's Cuisinier. I've got your regular table, ma'am, just in the corner. We've just refreshed the towels in the bathroom. I'm sure you'll want to freshen up before the food. Today I've got a special starter for you, if you're interested. No, I'll have my usual.
Hmm?
Very well, ma'am.
Not hearing it, not having it.
She nods. You can see sort of as she walks away, Courtney just sort of... but yes, the Baroness strides straight to the bathroom. Courtney catches your eye, Olive, and just gives you a little curt nod.
Hi, can I use your bathroom real quick?
Go ahead. You can see immediately that she's expecting you to ask that question, and that you are not the first person to have handed a note to the Baroness in the bathroom.
Oh, I
It's
see.
very clear she's in on this in some way. She's aware of it.
All right. Yep.
You head straight in
Okay,
the bathroom. And,
Guess I'll go in and prepare to be verbally abused.
the Baroness is standing there, sort of one hand on her hip, looking expectantly.
I pull out her little note.
She takes it.
Unopened.
No need. Oh, sorry. I thought you were going to say something. Do you say anything?
No. I was just handing her the note.
Right. Okay. Yeah. She takes it, holds it in her hand, and she just sort of is looking at you expectantly.
Yeah, waiting for me to walk away. I was hoping she might tip me or something. I'll leave.
It's more likely that she'd kick you than tip you, Olive.
Yeah. Oh well.
Yeah. You had an
It's
out.
accomplished.
I mean, you've been paid already, right? Yeah.
Yeah. But she doesn't know that.
As you're leaving, Courtney gives you a little wave and... Can I borrow you? A minute?
Uh-huh.
Come over here.
Yep.
Here, taste this. And with that, she sort of holds out a spoon expectantly in front of your face.
Ooh. Is this a special? I take a little taste.
Lobster thermidor.
Wow. This is amazing. Would I have ever had lobster before?
No. Yes, at the ball.
Wow.
You probably have had it once or twice at a ball, but very special occasions.
Very rare. Oh my goodness.
It is
Yum.
absolutely exquisite.
Wow. what is this?
Slops of Thermidor, new special for the week.
For the week? Oh my goodness.
Well, we have new specials every week, of course. We have to keep up with the
Yeah.
times. That's what restaurants are all about, don't you know? I'm glad you enjoy it. Why don't you come in for a meal at some point? Bring a friend. She will reach over and she'll hand you a little stamped voucher.
A voucher.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's fine.
I promise. We'll be back.
The voucher says companion eats for free. So if you come with one friend, one person will eat for free. If you come with 5 friends, one person will eat for free.
Yeah, that checks out.
Just to let you know, her lobster thermidor, the special is 220 gold pieces.
Oh no!
For the main. But there are plenty of other dishes that are cheaper. A reminder that it is in your stores. There are, she has porridge for 2 silver pieces, or wren pot pie, or broiled salmon for manageable prices. And then there's also sort of like, stuffed trout or braised beef, which are like 20, 30, 50 gold. It's only the thermidor is the most expensive item. That'll be 220. She wishes you well.
Parents did give me all this money to buy a dress. I
Mhm.
didn't spend most of it.
And didn't give it back. James did take note. The parents did not. But with that, you guys
they're
can
not
go
gonna
and
do that.
relax for the evening. I assume you just have a meal down at the Regal Squire Inn.
Yeah.
We do need to swing by Danietta's shop to.
Yes, sorry, that happened about an hour ago. Let's go back there. Cool. I completely forgot about that. Well done, Jamal. Do you know what? For the first time, probably the last, I'll give you some inspiration. I think I might. Every time I give out 6 inspirations to each other player, I might give you one just to sort of keep the balance. But anyway, you can head over to Danietta's. The door is slightly open, and you can see a dark red light just sort of glowing inside.
A what glowing?
A dark red light glowing inside, like swelling.
Oh, she's gone evil.
What is
It's a bit out
what's this?
It just looks like some sort of magic she's doing.
Is the door still open?
Yeah, I did say that.
Okay, yeah, let's just go inside.
As you go in, dong, and you see that red light sort of glow and glow and then stop, and she sort of looks up and there you are. A bit late, but whatever. Not magical. Definitely key to a certain individual. Don't know who it is.
Are we early? She said a couple of hours, and we come back an hour later.
Well, James forgot, not you guys, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. She looks at you.
Key to a certain person, huh?
Yeah, I don't know who.
Ghost.
No. Well, maybe now. Maybe not. Certainly weren't when it was keyed.
Oh.
Why? That's the second time you've asked about a ghost. What's the relevance?
We found this while investigating a ghost, a haunting in the inn.
Huh. Whatever this is, its magic has been dormant for a long time.
She was a blonde lady. She looked really sad.
The ghost?
The ghost, yeah.
Did you ask her why she was sad? It's
No,
usually the
she
best way to
wasn't.
deal with ghosts is to engage with them. Sorry, what was that, Alex?
We plan to. That's
You're waiting for her appointed hour.
That's our next stop.
Well, if you're ghost hunting, I've got a couple of things that might help you, if you're interested.
She's trying to flog her Wezzers now.
I mean, it is
Yeah.
a store.
I was gonna ask her about ghosts.
So there's a wand of magic detection for 150 gold pieces, which she will mention. But she will also give you a regular bag of sand for free. And she will say that you might find this useful. Spread it out over the floor and look where it gets disturbed. That's where the ghost's magic is most powerful.
useful.
Well, thank you. That's quite insightful.
No problem.
So, what else do you have aside from this magic detection wand?
I've got a wand of dowsing, wand of magic detection, wand of web, wand of magic missiles, wand of aid, dire stone runic wand, wand of silence, wand of binding, wand of fear, wand of stars, wand of winter, wand of fireballs, wand of lights. Relevant to ghosts?
Please.
Yeah.
She looks at you and goes, I've got a wand of magic detection. Yeah, technically.
I thought you had a few things. My apologies.
Yeah, she did that, and then she offered you the the bag of sand, which
Yes.
might help. She will also mention that you probably have an hourglass of your own, but it's worth noting when the ghost first appears, you might return the hourglass and see how long she remains so. It can often determine how long they have left on the material plane. They do not appear for a full 24 hours. Those that will remain indefinitely tend to be able to manifest at will.
Can I ask her, what would make a ghost suddenly appear if it hadn't
Suddenly?
been there for a long time?
A connection. Something or someone of importance appearing. Though, if a ghost can manifest themselves, it's usually they would continue to do so from the moment of their death. So I suppose to suddenly manifest themselves, most often the cause is their death.
Yeah.
What if nobody had died there for?
Ghosts don't
How long?
always appear where they died.
Oh.
It's often a place of importance to them. It might be miles away from where they died. In fact, the most common ghosts are those of soldiers who died at war and returned to their homes to bid farewell to their family.
Is it just homes, or
No.
places of importance?
Places
to them,
of
or
importance.
do they follow people of importance to them.
Most ghosts don't have that ability.
I see.
One or two places might be strong enough in their hearts for them to remember and return to, but ghosts don't travel like you and I, where they don't walk down streets. They leave the fugue plane in one place and reappear somewhere else in the material plane that they know. From what I understand, traversing like that is not something that can be done at will. It's, that's where they manifest. A place of importance.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, thank you for your help. And we're gonna.
Sorry I couldn't be more helpful with the necklace. You're going to arch?
You've been plenty helpful. That's very much appreciated.
Sorry, Josh, I was not expecting your sentence to continue. You're going to arch.
I'm gonna like gesture with my staff of flowers in an arch formation, and then from it a daisy will fall, and I'll grab it and I'll give it to Diana. Thank you.
She looks at it suspiciously.
Have you never seen a flower before?
What's its purpose?
I mean, it's pretty. It smells nice.
Oh. She sort of places it sort of nonchalantly on the edge of the counter that she's working on, a little far away from herself. And she begins to look down at what she was doing before, which seems to involve a crystal ball or crystal orb that is over the top of something else that she's looking through.
I think we should.
You're still here? She looks up.
No, we've left.
You can see as she says that, she does give you a little smirk. You can tell that she's not just mean, she's just direct.
Yeah. She's
Seems
too
pretty cool.
old for this crud.
But yeah, you guys at that point could return to the... I'm on the wrong thing. The Regal Squire Inn. Enjoy a nice meal. And during the early hours of your meal, Rosie will come and sit at the table with you.
Oh. Hey, Rosie.
That's funny.
Oh, look at her at the table.
Yeah, there she is at the table. Does it actually look like her? I think it kind of does, right?
Yeah.
Kind of. Close enough.
Yeah, pretty close, to be
Cool.
fair.
She looks at you all. Am I to understand you're investigating a ghost? In room 6.
Yeah, apparently
Yeah,
that's
seems to be.
spooky crying you heard last night.
Did she look a bit like me, but older?
Did she? I
No,
don't
she was
think so.
pale, blonde,
She
thin.
had blonde
Yeah.
hair.
I don't really think so. Sorry.
Sorry.
That's okay. It means that she's passed on to a better place, I guess. I wish you luck. She seemed awful sad. I could hear her crying. I thought it was Iona, to be honest. But she doesn't normally cry, ever. Heart of steel.
Do you know what your mum's favourite flower was?
I never knew her.
Well, maybe it could have been this, and I'll arch with my stuff.
Have you got any charges of that left? She says as she looks
I've
at
got
you.
plenty of charges. I've got 10 charges. I've now got 7 left using this one. Yeah, and a purple tulip will fall, and I will grab it and I will give it to her.
Thanks, Hugo. Oh, Olive.
Yeah.
Clover was trying to get on the table.
Uh-oh. What's her problem?
I don't know. I've never seen her behave like that.
Alright, let's go see what's got her agitated.
Well, she's, at the moment, curled up next to the table that you guys have set at.
Hey, Clover. I give her a little nudge.
Yeah. She sort of...
What's this I hear about you getting on the table?
As soon as you say that,
No
she
better
like
than
gets
that.
up and stands on her back legs and then jumps over and like puts both paws on the
Oh,
table.
no,
She's
no,
practicing
no.
her pinning, but it's not very good.
Oh, I see.
Oh,
Sorry. I was really not in the mood for training earlier. Sorry. We'll do it again better tomorrow.
Oh. Did you say that to Clover?
Yes.
Right, okay, not to Rosie, right, okay. Well,
'Cause
Rosie
I
will look
rolled so
over and
bad on
say...
my animal handling.
Rosie will look over and say, so she's alright?
Yeah, I think she's just got some.
Oh, good. I gave her a
leftover
fish. I hope
energy.
that's okay. I thought
Oh,
she seemed a bit
yeah.
excitable.
No, she'll never say no to that.
I know.
Thanks.
She smiles. She's getting big, you know.
Yeah, I did notice.
The fuck?
Maybe she's one of those.
What was that?
dwarf bears. I don't know. That was the
I
Clover getting
played a
big
loose
theme.
track and it came in with a fucking drum. I was like, what?
The falling of
clever.
nighttime.
Yep.
But yeah, as you guys enjoy the evening.
Wait,
Oh, go on, Alex.
Rosie, can I ask you something?
Mhm.
Can you tell me about the woman who stayed in that room last 8 days ago-ish?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, she was a funny sort. She was like moping but happily. Does that make any sense? It was like I don't know. She was clearly moon-eyed over the man she was with. I think they were running away.
Oh.
What she looked like?
She was quite short, blonde hair, bright blue eyes. Waif of a girl, really. No weight in her at all. Unhealthy, if you ask me.
was she pale, by any chance?
I don't know. She was normal, I guess.
I think all ghosts are pale.
No,
Do you know
the
what,
girl
Josh?
who
You're going to have a
was
D4 for that. But that is exactly what my brain was going. She was going, all ghosts are pale, idiot. Yes, she would say, why, you think that... No, surely not. She was just
Maybe
fine.
She's been corpse brides. Did.
She's been wanted?
No, nothing.
Daniela had mentioned that a ghost might attach to a place they thought was significant, and I don't know, Cael mentioned that they were happy, I think.
Unusually so. Like they were celebrating. But I think they were running away. Maybe that's what they were celebrating. They'd come from Garena, they were headed to Teluria. Which I think actually is a really illogical route, now I think about it. But I wrote this quest a few years ago.
As Rosie keeps talking, she keeps having these revelations. She's like, wait a second.
I'm just thinking that is really illogical, but fuck it, it's how it is. And on that revelation, we shall move to the timeless tradition of MVPs.
Whoa. No
Cool.
seance.
You can have the seance at the beginning of next session with Maddie Matt.
I'm gonna get a Ouija board.
Yeah. get all of our
Interesting.
tools.
I will start off the MVPs by saying, Olive saying, I tried smoking, but I had asthma and it didn't work. That gave me a great chuckle.
But she's
Jamal.
tried a couple of times though.
Yeah, I keep failing.
Yep, Jamal, your MVP.
I gotta hand you this one for the entire thing with Daniela. I think Daniela's a really awesome one to see again. I like this.
Did the art
rendition, and
was the
he's-
art unexpected for you guys, or was this somewhat like what you had in mind? Like, I know it's a little more modern than traditional fantasy art, but like, I don't know. I think it's fairly consistent with her previous description.
I'm gonna be
In my
honest.
head, I thought she was blonde.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I thought
Too many
she seems
blondes
a
in this
little bit
campaign.
more. She seems like she's a little bit more gotten together in this than I was expecting from before. She seemed a lot more scatterbrained, so she seems a lot more
That's true.
with it. And
Interesting. I think your memories are hazy. I don't think Daniela was ever
Yeah.
scatterbrained. She was
Yeah.
always very direct.
I mean,
and
I'm very
with
happy
it.
it is, but yeah,
But
I
yes.
like Daniela. She's
Me
great.
too. Me too. But she's definitely a bit more rigid, a bit more, structured.
Definitely.
Yeah. I'll give you that. Good. Laura.
Yeah, the repeat of the necklace quest and meeting Daniela is just fun to relive the memories. I don't remember the specifics, so I don't know how
you
it
didn't
ends,
ever solve
even
it
if you
last
haven't
time.
changed it.
You didn't ever solve it.
wow.
You focused on the necklace and dismissed everything else. You guys just left because everything was moving so fast, and I was, young and naive, and we just left the inn. That was it. Never did get
we never got out.
No, we didn't do this quest properly, so time this to this time. To be fair, I don't think it was very refined last time, but yes, I'm glad it is bringing back nostalgic memories for all of you that aren't called Mikyala. Josh, your MVP.
It's very fun doing this quest line. I do wonder if the rest of it has changed much. I'm very intrigued. And yeah, it was very fun seeing Daniela. I'm glad she's got the trench coat now to hide all of the ones inside.
Well, she always had the trench coat. She just didn't have art before.
Yeah, I think I really enjoyed the combat today. It was very fun and even though we dealt with it very quickly, it was still very scary.
Well, yeah, I mean, if it got a third round, you guys are in trouble, right? It really could go off.
The multi-attack, the leap without provoking
the 18 armor
opportunity,
class for a level 1 fight.
The 18 armor class, it was pretty dope.
Yeah, Fairy 5 is pretty clutch. Fairy 5 and Bliss
Yeah.
combination is really strong at level 1.
But I think
favor.
I think my main one is I'm very curious to see how this plans out with Alex knowing about the whole Hugo thing and no one else knowing.
Yeah, me too.
You won't bring it up unless you do.
Honestly.
I plan on a very specific moment of bringing it up. Just gotta
Episode
get
62. Mikyala, your MVP.
I liked the chat with Hugo and Lorelai. That was cute. That was sweet. How much, she's one of the few people around who is important but nice to us. So yeah, it's just sweet.
Yeah, she's nice to everyone. I like her. Lorelai is one of my favorite characters of any campaign ever. But I'm pretty sure that Daniela is one of Matt's favorite characters of any campaign ever. So I'm thoroughly looking forward to him having completely missed that meeting next week. But anyway, that is where we're going to end. If you guys would like to say goodbye,
Bye.
we shall see you soon.